June 9th, 2025. We're coming to you live. Good morning. How is everybody doing today?
Good.
Yeah. I like to call it Post Metallica Monday.
Yep.
This is as big as the Super Bowl. They were everywhere this weekend. Metallica was here on Friday night. They were here on Sunday night. They were in Ybor City. They were in the Hard Rock. They were at, looked to be like Burns to go eat dinner one night. I'm not 100% sure, but they were everywhere. They were enjoying Tampa Bay, and they seemed to have a good time. Did I or did I not go on Friday?
You did go on Friday.
Anybody else?
I believe you went, Michael.
Thank you, Joe. You always have confidence in me, and I appreciate that.
You did go. Definitely left early.
Neither of those statements are true, Gio. Well, no, I'm sorry. One of them is true.
All right.
Sorry. Yes, I 100% did go on Friday. And I did not leave early. I did not leave the stadium until the show was over.
Wow.
Yeah. At the last song, I knew it was the last song, so I started making my way towards the exit. But I went and got a drink. I got a water before I left, and I finished my water. And when they were done, they were like, thank you. I was like, okay, now I'm leaving. And then I left. I don't need to see the encore and all that. I did have a moment that I wish to God would have been caught on camera. I was
You fell? Please tell me you fell.
It's better. It's not as embarrassing. I was in the snake pit for the last couple of songs, and as I was leaving, they dropped those balls, and I was walking out of the tunnel, and one of the balls was coming down, and it was just me. And I went like this and headed the ball as it came in. God damn, that thing almost broke my neck.
Oh, yeah.
They were heavy,
Wow.
but it went high. I mean, I hit it and it went back high. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So why are you in a wheelchair?
Yeah, Metallica.
James Hetfield put me in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
It was great. I had a great time, and up until me actually getting in the car to go, I was still half and half on whether I was going to go. It looked so hot and miserable, and people were posting pictures of Limp Bizkit, and I was like, I don't know.
It looked very sweaty.
Let me tell you, there's no better tour guide at a concert than Craig Gass, okay? Craig Gass calls me, tells me where to meet him, and is exactly at the spot when I get there. I was like, or just showed up right when I got there. Perfect, okay? We go in, we're walking around backstage, and he's like, well, we got a couple options. I said, okay. He goes, my buddy runs the lights and the sound. We can go up there and watch it for a while, or we can go down to the snake pit. But I figured we could look at the set list, see what songs we want to go to the pit for. And I go, that's a good idea, Greg. So we went up to the end zone, the south end zone, and that's where they had the whole lighting rig set up. Jesus Christ, that is one of the most elaborate stage things I've ever seen in my life. I mean, so he got here the show is on Friday. He got here on Tuesday to do the lights.
Yeah, it's not like back in the day where there was like 12 park hands and you're like, what do you want, red or blue?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now it's a whole,
I drove by there on Saturday, and I saw I bet they had 10 or 15 semi-trucks parked outside.
He said, I was talking to a lighting guy. I said, so when do you roll into town? He goes, Steel Team gets here on Monday. Steel.
Yeah,
the guys that come and just build everything.
Yeah.
Steel Team gets here on Monday. Then I come in on Tuesday. Then they set up their operation on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, he actually goes in the stadium by himself and spends the night running the lights, like as if the show was going on. So, and he's like, I'm in the whole stadium by myself, just running lights the whole night long. That's pretty amazing. So yeah. And then I met a couple other people on the way in. Craig Gass knows everybody.
Yeah.
We see this one guy. He just looks like an unassuming old rocker. And Craig's like, yeah, he's like, this is my buddy Mike. He's a radio guy. He was like, hey, how you doing? He goes, this guy used to live with Rick Rubin. I go, oh, cool. He goes, yeah, he directed a video you might have seen called Fight for Your Right. And the guy started laughing, and we start talking. He was super cool. But anyway, we went out there and hung out for a while. Then towards the second half of the show, we went down to the snake pit. That was on the way down there. I was like, this is miserable. There's going to be too many people, and it's going to be hot, and it's going to be gross. And then the minute you walk in, and you can start identifying moles on their faces and seeing, oh, James missed a spot while he was shaving. Like, that's how close you are to him. You're like, this is the coolest thing ever. So I thought it was great, and I had a great time seeing Kirk Hammett's guitars that I've seen all these years online up close now, and just watching him play the monster guitar and all that, and the green one, and it was pretty cool, man. And they're so tight. They sounded great. I thought the show was great. If you're a fan, the set lists for both nights were great. They played songs they haven't played in a while. who would have thought Hero of the Day would have made the set list? I just thought it was a good time, man. I really did. And last night, I had a lot of FOMO last night for not going to last night's show because that set list looked awesome. Pantera looked awesome. I mean, it just looked like it was great.
Oh, Pantera's great. And with Zach and Charlie in there, So Friday, I got there after Ice Nine Kills. So I was like, good. Didn't need to say them, whatever.
Yeah.
Saw Limp Bizkit. By the way, I noticed that Wes Borland could take a night off whenever he wants because you have no idea that that's Wes Borland.
Yeah.
He's got some sort of weird mask and mohawk thing, whatever. If somebody knew the songs, they'd be like, yeah, that's Wes now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I saw that that had to be
so
miserable.
Oh, yeah.
I saw guys in just like cut off, like tank tops and shorts talking about how miserable they were just being in the heat.
And it may have been the heat that made him miserable. He seems like he doesn't like Fred Durst.
Oh, that might be true. Yeah.
Well, they had a falling out for years.
It was very much like
you stay there, I stay here.
Yeah, and then all right, let's go. We're doing this. Like Fred Durst is talking. The DJ Lethal's playing songs in between songs. And doing that whatever. And he's like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Let's go.
Although, can I tell you though, you can hate him all you want. Fred Durst puts on a good show.
Oh yeah, he gets everybody into
stadium,
it. Yeah, he gets everybody into it. It was weird because John Otto wasn't on the stage. He was like parallel with the stage.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of a weird thing.
I wonder why. I know what did Lars have? 3 or 4 drum kits.
And they moved. He kept on moving them around and stuff because it was literally Ecstasy and Gold was playing, and I go, Where's Lars drum set?
Exactly
I don't know what's going on. I go, is it coming up through the stage? What is happening?
Yeah. I didn't go, but the last time I saw Metallica, they were on the stage that rotated during the entire show. So no matter where you were at some point, Lars would be right in front of you.
Well, I can tell you that Friday, I decided not to go Sunday.
Oh, you didn't go last night?
What?
If you're sitting in seats, I should have got floor tickets.
Yeah.
I should have got floor tickets because I thought the stage was up higher. So I thought the floor was going to be weird and you'd have to be a little bit back, whatever. I had front row. Terrible.
Really?
Listen, they sounded great, all that, whatever. But no matter where you sit, there's like James is over here, Kirk's over here. Like, it's like they're not playing together. And it was like, all right, this is weird. And then also, no matter where you sit in the seat, you've got stuff in front of you because they have these huge towers and stuff. So if you're looking over here, James is behind. Like,
it's a stadium show. It's hard to see everything.
That's why I don't like stadium shows.
And you know what I said? I said, and I sold my tickets. I had bought tickets because I wanted to make sure. Some shows.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Wasn't. You said what?
Some shows I want to make sure that I have tickets too, so I'll buy tickets and be like, Oliver always comes through with stuff, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna buy these just to be, safe, whatever.
Well, I saw that everybody was on the floor except you then.
Apparently,
I saw JP,
I didn't know.
Corey Cardinal, Olivero, Chris Jericho.
If I would have known that everybody
Jim Brewer was there.
I saw everybody at the radio station. Dizzy.
So I was like, all right, I'm not going to go Sunday. And then I go to sell my tickets on Ticketmaster. No, you can't. You can't sell your tickets. And I go, why can't I sell my tickets? The artist says you can't sell your tickets, idiot. So eat them. And I was like, that's weird. So I'm like, can I sell Ticketmaster tickets on StubHub? And they're like, so I did that, literally posted them. 2 minutes later, you sold your tickets. And I was like, all right.
It's a good thing we didn't talk yesterday.
Medicine Man was on the floor.
Yeah,
Medicine Man got in.
I bought good tickets to make sure that I had good tickets. I didn't think the floor was going to be the way to go. I thought it was going to be seats because it's a stadium.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I'll be up a little bit. I'm front row at like the 40-yard line.
Yeah. When you look at it, it looks like these are great seats.
So when you, by the way, I realized we're most popular at Metallica concerts.
Yeah,
I've never felt so popular. I mean, I was walking through the crowd and I started to be like, maybe we should get security. Not for me, just there was so many people.
It rivals Publix. If there was that many people in Publix.
Yeah, I was like, oh man.
I don't think it's a good idea. This station hosts any type of concert or music. Or anything
exactly.
Like that, clearly,
I was like, holy cow. Anyway. I told my wife, I go, normally every time one person says hi to me, I'm like, I am famous. Look at me. I'm trying to tell my kids I'm famous. I said, if you guys would have been with me at Metallica, you would have thought I really was famous for a second. So we walked on the floor, and that's a pretty cool spot to be in because you can move around,
Yeah, sounds great.
But once you walk through that tunnel to get to the pit, that was pretty amazing because once you get in there, it's like a different city in there. And did you see on Friday the kid that James said was a Make-A-Wish kid at the end, and they pointed him out?
Yeah,
that's where I was. The kid was literally sitting in front of me. He was somewhere standing in front of me. Yeah, it was cool. It was a good time. And Craig Gass and I hung out all night. He'll be in here today on the show in the 8 o'clock hour, and then John Sarasani will be here in the 9 o'clock hour. And we got a good Monday show for you. That's it. Thank you. Have a great day.
I went and saw Greg Fitzsimmons on Saturday night in Lee
I saw you
Syatt.
there.
Yeah, they were good.
I did not go to that.
Yeah,
nobody believes.
They told me you weren't there.
So at the 2001, I mean, at the Metallica show, 2001 was supposed to go be the after plans. It was too hot. It was just too hot. I was like, I probably smell, and I'm sweating. I'm dying of thirst, and it was just terrible. So I sat in the car, and then when Pete came in, Pete goes, I looked at him, I go, do you guys even want to go to 2001? And he goes, no, but I'll go to Whiskey Willie's. And I said, let's go to Whiskey Willie's. We're regulars now. We're regulars.
Not too smelly for Whiskey Willie's.
Not too smelly for Whiskey Willie's.
Yeah, the air was not moving around very much in the stadium.
I mean, it was just pouring off my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we went to Whiskey Willie's. We're like, maybe there'll be a band there. We could see the band set up. And there wasn't. They did karaoke, but we saw a lot of people that knew that the band was coming, so we had a good time and hung out there for a little while.
Good deal.
This guy went, Carmen, from no drinking and not eating bad
Right.
to a Category 5 disaster this weekend.
Yeah.
That's when my wife goes out of town. Everything goes bad. I sat at the bar. I went to Metallica for 3 hours, didn't have one drop of alcohol. I drank 2 waters and a Gatorade. Went to Whiskey Willie's, drank 5 Bud Lights in 5 minutes. I was just like,
Who is this guy?
I gotta tell you, I get it. Where else are you getting a drink and stuff? But drinks at concerts are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I got my wife whatever seltzer, and I got me a bottle of water, and the lady goes $34.
Yeah.
And I went, I didn't get a helicopter ride. I got 2 drinks.
And you've been there 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like you still got 4 hours to go.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, nurse this a little bit.
Joe, are we not on Bone TV?
We are not on Bone TV.
What is going on?
No, it's something
the
over
weekend?
here.
Somebody on the
Sweat
weekend?
the settings?
Somebody must have done something, but we are
And
not connected to Bone
Listen to me.
TV.
Mark
And
my
certain-
words. Yeah, I got it, Carmen.
Oh, I was gonna say, and Cernak is not here today, so I have to wait until during the break to
He's
check.
recovering from
figure it out.
Metallica.
Okay.
Now, he was on
We're
the
going to
board.
fix these
Texted him.
problems today, Joe.
Yeah. That's
By
all
the
right.
way,
We'll
one
get
last thing about Metallica is they should like sell shirts so people would be able to wear Metallica shirts there. I have never.
I don't know why that bothers you so much.
Seen.
Especially for a band that's been around for 40 years. I saw all different kinds of Metallica
I gotta
shirts.
be
That
honest
was
with
cool.
you. I gotta be honest with you. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. But it's unbelievable how many people wore Metallica shirts.
To Metallica.
I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
I think
band,
so.
when I was in the pit, the band was looking down at people's shirts and going, They were like,
I don't think
cool.
you understand what I'm saying. I'm erasing
Right.
for Metallica. I'm erasing my rule.
Just
but I'm
Metallica.
saying unbelievable how many people were wearing
Okay.
Metallica.
All right.
shirts.
So you're not judging it. You're just saying it was it was amazing.
Yeah.
What shirt did you choose?
I wore Black Label Society.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
I see the Zach Wild connection there. I see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So not necessarily Pantera because they're playing the next night. Because
Right.
if it's so funny. I said to my wife, I go, should I wear my Suicidal shirt? Because they're not playing tonight. They're playing on Sunday, whatever. This and that. I go, but then I don't want anybody going, they're not even playing tonight. And she goes, I don't think anyone's going to say anything. And I go, you're probably right.
She's right.
Yeah, I think about it all the time. By the way, my wife the entire time is going like this because she's afraid that Metallica is going to have explosions. I go, I don't think they're going to have any explosions. I go, they're doing one on Sunday.
Yeah.
I go, one will have the war sounds and all that stuff. I go, but I don't know what songs they're doing any explosions, especially in a stadium and stuff. She was losing her mind, thought for sure that it was. And I go,
A fuel.
I go, maybe don't go to concerts then.
Yeah.
We went to see Kiss, and I go, there's going to be explosions, just so you know. Get some of those headphones.
The light guy was telling me, he's like, when they went on tour for Load, they had when they did Fuel, he's like, whenever it comes on, give me fuel, give me fire. He goes, fire shoots up from the bottom. He goes, we do that here, but we mostly do it with lights. He's like, it looks like it's all fire, but
Yeah.
it's all, I was like, oh.
When I saw Metallica over in Orlando, and I was in the Snake Pit, they had fire, and I mean, I thought I was on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hot.
I
It
was so
hot.
close.
Yeah.
It's so hot, and you're like, oh my god, you're already out in the
Yeah.
heat and stuff. So I think I saw him in July or something, whatever. And I was like, am I dying? Am I in hell? This seems like everything's on fire.
Overall, it was a good weekend.
Yeah, it was huge, man. They know what they're doing. They come in and set everything up and do it all.
Yeah, and they everybody seemed happy. And you know what I'm mostly amazed at is the amount of women that went to the show by choice.
Yeah.
My daughter had a friend sleep over last night, and she's like, "Yeah, you went to Metallica Friday. My parents went tonight." And I said, "Did your mom get dragged there, or does she like it?" She goes, "No, she likes it." I went, "Oh, that's so weird to like think that these younger people are all even because my wife would have been dragged there. She would have been miserable." Yeah.
My daughter wanted to go, but she was out of town.
That's so
She's
funny.
like, "Oh, I totally would have seen Metallica."
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Because of Stranger Things?
Yeah, I think
I
maybe.
think that's where all
yeah.
the kids like Metallica now because of Stranger Things.
Yeah, but I do hear her listening to Metallica in her bedroom sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
I was in the car with my daughter and I go, "Maybe you'll like Metallica if you hear it." And I put on Blackened and she goes, "No." The minute it came on, she goes, "No, I don't like it at all."
I'll hear my daughter in her bedroom and it literally goes from Metallica to Sabrina Carpenter to Sublime.
Yeah, it's wild.
She's weird.
It's wild.
She's all over the place. And then it'll be like Taylor Swift and then Morgan Wallen.
But it's between like TV shows, video games, all that
Yeah.
stuff. They're just all
Yeah.
over the place with their music.
Now, how is it that you got to hang out with your son on Saturday and I got to hang out with my son on Saturday?
But my wife and my daughters are out of town. They went to
I do.
Yeah, so and we're sitting around. He's like, "Well, what are we doing?" I was like, "You want to hang out? Let's go do something." And so that's what we did.
My son, I was thinking about trying to do something in the afternoon, and my son came inside and he was like, "Do you want to go to the casino?" And I went, "Listen to me. Neither one of us have any money." I said, "My money is in Winter Haven right now, and you don't have any money." And he's like, "I know." He goes, "Let's just go for like an hour." And I said, we'll see. We'll, whatever. Then a little while later, he's like, "What if we go and get dinner?" And I go, "You're being serious. Let's go." And I just took a shower and I was like, "Let's just go." And we actually went to Donatello's and ate dinner there. I get to Donatello's and there's like a long hallway walking into the restaurant. And I open the door and there's a gaggle of girls there, all in their 20s, hot little dresses. They're there for a birthday party. And as soon as I come in, they part the sides. I feel like I'm on the Jennifer Hudson show. Like I should be walking down the hallway. And I walk in and I go, "This is just like a dream I had once." And they all start laughing and I go, "This is great." And then they go and they start cheering me on as I'm walking through. I go, "This is wonderful. This is how the night's going to be, the tone." And we ate delicious food at Donatello's. And then right when I was getting all fat and tired and I was like, "Let's just go home," we went to the casino. Did I win or did I lose?
You won?
No, I did not.
Lost. Yeah, loser.
Did Joey win or did he lose?
He won.
$1,500.
Nice. Good for him.
Well,
Blackjack or slots or what?
craps.
Oh, really? Nice.
Who taught that kid how to play craps?
Yeah.
He is the Ralphie May of betting. He makes such ridiculous bets that you're like, "This is not, you're gonna," and then all of a sudden he wins $500.
Yeah, that's not what you're supposed to do.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? How much did you win, idiot?
So he plays crazy craps. You know what that is?
No, I'm not a craps guy, so I don't really.
It's just a craps video game,
Oh, okay.
but each individual game has its own dice,
Mhm.
and you hit the button and it pops the dice up and they
Oh,
vibrate
in the
in a little bubble.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, people
So-
like that.
He is my thing is I don't think that the Hard Rock's fixing games, but I'm saying that like with dice there's the vibration and there's the I don't like that you don't in the
Yeah.
machine. It's just not that it means anything bad. It weirds me out. Anyway, he is betting. He puts the money in and then he bets across the board. Is that customary to do that?
What is he betting?
Like he's
Everything
betting
that's not the
2
point,
through
right?
12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's betting the what is that? The field. He's playing the
Well,
field.
no. I mean, he's betting the point too, but he's betting the other things.
Okay.
And then I had to teach him how to bet because of what the odds were. He didn't have enough money on 6 and 8,
Right. Right.
So then I'm showing him the field, and he's like, "Oh, that," and then he goes, "That pays double." I go, "Yeah." Next hand he rolls an 11. I'm like, "Jesus, this kid is killing it."
Yeah.
So then the good thing was he got up to $500, and he pulled his money out. He was like, "All right, I'm done." I go, "That's the way to do it.
Yep.
That's great." So we go upstairs, and I'm playing 3-card poker. And he goes, "I'm going to go look at the slot machines." I look at him, I go, "Joey, don't lose
Look,
it."
I'm gonna go look
Yeah.
at him.
I go, "Don't lose it." He goes, "I won't." Comes back 5 minutes later. I go, "Joey, with $500 more."
Nice.
I go, "Put that in your pocket." And he goes, "I'm going to play $100 more." And I go, "Don't do more than 100." He was like, "Okay." Comes back 5 minutes later. I've just lost $600. He comes back with another $500. I go, "Let's go. Let's go."
Beautiful.
And he's like, "Yeah."
He's
so-
a craps player, Michael.
He's a craps player.
like
He's a
it.
slots player. He's going to start getting free hotel rooms there.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, it was a good time. Packed because
I'm
the
sure.
Metallica Hardwired band was there. Where did they play? Do you know?
I don't know. Either event center or the cafe.
Well, I was by the event center. It didn't seem like it was very busy.
I would think probably they would play at the cafe is what I would think, but I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, it was, and then Robert Trujillo showed up and played with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and earlier in the day, Kirk Hammett's guitar thing was there,
Right.
and I guess he showed up to that and played with Kirk for a little while. They were noodling up there together. So I would imagine they were staying at the Hard Rock, or at least they were
Yeah.
that day, you know.
Yeah, and then also on Saturday, I think they had a lot of internet gamblers out there, a lot of social media gamblers.
I saw the slot guys.
Yeah, slot guys. They had the Lady Luck chick,
John Sarasani is there.
Sarasani. I don't know whether Mr. Handpay. There was like a bunch of these guys that are on YouTube and social media where that's how they make a living.
My thing is, and I want to ask Sarasani about this, is that I can't even check my text on my phone while I'm playing. They're letting them take videos.
Yeah, so they set it up. They set it up with the casino and make it so they can record and do all the stuff. And most of the time, whenever you see them, they're playing at a private table, doing it that way and stuff. Not Gen Pop like John likes to say. Not out in Gen Pop with the rest of the people.
Me and Pete went to Hard Rock in South Florida, and that is an entirely different place. It's like it's like half people there to have a good time, half trying to pay their electric bill. It's not where you want to be.
Yeah.
And Pete's like, let's go to the high limit room. And I'm like, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to lose that much money. I just don't. And then we went in there. It wasn't that much. It was basically but the same thing we were playing at the regular table, except it's a lot. We're watching the hockey game where, I feel like we went into air conditioning.
High limit's nice because you're already playing that much most of the time, depending on what time of day it is. Saturday night they're up in the tables, to where you walk in, you go, okay, it's $300 a hand,
right.
And if you don't want to play that much, I get it, whatever. But if you're already playing 100, 200 a hand, you're going to the high limit room and you're playing with other people who definitely know how to play. And it's obviously not as many people in there and stuff. You're not in Gen Pop, is what it is, Yeah, because when I was out in Vegas and I was at the MGM, I went into the mansion, and that was nice. I was like, all right, this is where I'm supposed to be.
I found my home. Carmen, what'd you do this weekend? Anything fun? Did you go to Metallica?
No, I did not. I spent most of my weekend in Sarasota.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's good.
Good, okay.
Yeah, Chad's mom is back home.
Good.
So that was, yeah. She went back home yesterday.
Mhm.
So basically, we were just like down there getting everything ready, and Yep.
Great.
Yeah. Nothing exciting.
Galvin,
Yes.
I know I'm going to start this off, and you're going to be like, no, but let me just finish.
No.
I had a dream.
No. Jeez.
I had a dream that Amanda bought 2 mini giraffes. Like they were like puppies.
I
Wouldn't
love
that
how
be
you
great?
say it like it's interesting to me. Right? Like I'm going to go, oh, I've been waiting for you.
I feel like you would want a mini giraffe.
Please
how
go
how
on.
tall were the giraffes, Michael?
They were
follow-up
about
questions
knee
over
high.
here.
They're about knee high, Joe.
Follow up. Get out of here.
Baby
Get
giraffe.
YouTube TV on, whatever. Come on.
All right, don't try to.
That's got to symbolize something.
Oh.
See, other people
Yeah.
are interested.
Pouring. That's what it symbolizes.
All right. So overall, it was a good weekend. We all had a good time.
Good
We
weekend.
all did some fun stuff. It seems everybody I haven't seen in years all went to Metallica and posted pictures this weekend.
Yeah.
It was crazy to see the amount of some people like that person was Metallica.
Everybody
like people
was
you
a
never
Metallica,
thought would have any interest in Metallica were going to Metallica.
The
Yeah,
women.
I think it's an event.
I think
you know what
so,
I mean?
yeah.
Like you have to go.
Yeah, I was okay not going.
Can I tell you, on Friday when I was driving home from Sarasota, I hit Metallica traffic.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. And it was just like 6:00. And people were,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh, you hit it on the way.
Yeah, I headed on the way back. Like I was coming back home and
Yeah.
people were headed up. And I just totally forgot because I was like, I just want to be home. It's been a long day. I didn't get to take a nap and I still have like an hour and a half drive. And I was like, I wonder why it's an hour and a half. And then I got on the highway and I was like, son of a bitch. I hate Metallica.
We Ubered there and got dropped off like right in front. I told the guy, I go, you can bang a Yui right here and let us off. So we just walked in. It was pretty easy. I mean, obviously coming down Dale Mabry, it's, a lot.
Yeah.
And then I had my son pick us up. I told him, I go, it's probably going to be around like 10:30, 11, somewhere in there. I said, I'll just text you, give you a heads up. Text him. We got out, walked, and I said, just go to this. There's that Truist Bank, whatever, on Himes back there. I go, see if you can get back there or somewhere near there. And I text him, and he goes, I'm on my way up. I'm passing this, whatever. Walked out, bam, got it. And I was like, oh, that's so easy.
Tom almost drove us on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Like at one point, I go, we're not supposed to be over here. I go, how would we be over here? And Tom's like, I know the cop. We're good.
Listen, you got a black Sprinter. You're driving up.
Yeah, not in a sea of black splinters.
Yeah.
Like they're like, go away.
But they
go
just
away.
assume you're supposed to be there. Oh, he's with these other 15 black Sprinters.
Tom gets down and says, I have Mike Calta with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they go, huh? Tom, the only people that say that with confidence are Tom and Tony, and I tell both of them that's not going to work. And it seems to do okay.
And if they don't hear him, he shows them his T-shirt that says Mike Calta Security.
Yeah, or his wristband.
Yeah.
I was watching a little bit of the Rays game on Friday, and they were talking about Metallica because right across the street, and they said that they heard them, warming up and doing some stuff and sound check and everything. And they're like, we got to hear almost the whole set and this and that and whatever. And then they were showing stuff about Metallica on there. And the one guy goes, Mike, you're familiar with Metallica? And he goes, oh, yeah, walk-up music. He goes, I've heard Enter the Sandman a bunch of times. It's like, oh, you're not that cool, bro.
Nerd.
Enter the Sandman.
Nerd. It's almost as cool as them explaining Pink Pony Club to Wayne Gretzky. Did you hear that?
Oh, no.
Oh, he's like, so what is it, a band? And they're like, no, it's a song. And he's like, okay, and it's popular? Like, he had no idea.
Yeah.
It's funny.
But they were showing different stats about Metallica, different things, and it's they are the 7th highest grossing band of all time.
That's great.
How crazy is that, Metallica?
Great. Good for
Yeah,
them.
makes sense.
Yeah, but for
Right.
not a lot of radio play back in the day,
No.
not a video until 1.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
crazy.
Just a bunch of dirty kids.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break, get the show moving this morning. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away when we come back, and we got Sporkle next on 102.5 The Bone.
I'm working on something. It is not yoga, but it's something that I'm trying to get done for this big beach party that I think will be fun and everybody will enjoy.
I am also working on something.
Yeah.
Oh, now, Carmen, you're going to be the only one without something.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, you guys getting paid to do it?
You better believe it.
Of course.
There you
Told
go.
If we're out there,
Well,
we're getting paid.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's the difference. You really want to start this, buddy?
No. I got
You really want to
nothing-
start this?
Bobby yelled at me last week
Oh,
because I
hi.
told you I loved you on the air.
And you don't say it
can't
to
break
him?
down those
Don't
walls
say it
for
to
him. Yeah.
Yep.
Carmen, you should do a if you get paid, you should do a little dancing walking pad thing out there. Everybody gets a walking pad and you do your little dance. Yeah,
That
right.
would be dangerous, but yeah.
All right.
I almost fall on that thing at least twice a week.
Yeah.
Please
really-
video that if you do fall.
Oh, listen, I do, but
right.
I really need to get the ones with handlebars. I wish I could just order handlebars to attach to mine.
I mean, I'm
Do they
pretty
not
sure.
have that?
They have ones that have handlebars.
No,
but
but they don't have like the
Extensions.
aftermarket.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't really looked for it.
You know, you just get a walker.
Oh, yeah.
Just sit
Yeah.
it right in, on the sides there.
That's true.
Yeah. One time, Chad accidentally came over and stepped on the cord and unplugged it, and that threw me off of it.
Carmen dove through her
Dude.
TV.
Oh, you're gonna die like Mike Tyson's kid.
Oh.
Oh, whoa.
Didn't she die on a treadmill?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, she did.
How?
I know one died because she got her neck in the cord of the blinds.
Maybe that was it. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it was a treadmill.
I don't know. I know that one died.
It says a hanging incident.
Yeah.
I thought it had to do with the treadmill.
Was
so.
she on a treadmill and she
No,
fell off?
I don't know why. Yeah, maybe. All right. Anyway, let's not talk.
Hanging herself on a cord that was dangling from my treadmill.
Hey, we're both right. High five.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
I think
I
the
thought-
emergency thing.
right, but isn't that thing supposed to it
Well,
stops the treadmill but doesn't come out?
She was only 4, so little
Yeah.
kid.
Oh,
Yeah, it's terrible.
Accidentally hung herself on a cord dangling from a treadmill in her Central Phoenix home.
Oh, so then you were right. I was wrong. I thought it was the thing.
You know, there's no prize. It's still a dead child at the end
Yeah.
of the day. So, all right, let's give some stuff away. Carmen, what is that stuff?
We have a bunch of new stuff.
I know. I
Oh.
saw that.
Okay.
Let's breathe it all in.
Yeah.
Okay. So at first, we have Post Malone and Jelly Roll.
Wow.
That's a big deal. That's happening in
Sure.
Orlando, right?
Yes, correct.
And that's, I
Camping
think
World
it's this
Stadium.
week or tomorrow night.
It is June 10th.
That's
so
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to give those away today.
All right.
Glass Animals,
The hell is that?
a band.
For real?
Yeah.
Does anybody know them?
Glass animals.
Glass animal.
Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Nope.
No.
That looks like a 97X band. Are they?
Yes.
Are they
Are they a
legends?
legend?
I don't think they're legends.
They're an English indie rock band.
Here's their top hit.
Heat
If you
Waves?
want- Yes, that's what I got.
I got it. Let me
Okay.
play a little
Well.
here.
I'm
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I'm out too.
But it's a
I don't really want to
very
hear it.
I'm
radio poppy song that's always on. Like if you played it, you would know.
I call
All I
that.
think about is you.
I recorded this in my bedroom songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day will be legend songs.
Summer of Loud. I mean,
Yikes.
Sorry,
you want to
Carmen.
know the
Sorry, I'm
tickets or
sorry.
not?
By the way, that's the sounder. Call now.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Summer of Loud.
What is that?
Oh, sounds like something I would
Yeah.
want to go to.
Sounds like something me and you
Um,
would be afraid of, Carmen.
Yeah.
I need a summer of rest.
Summer of Loud features Beartooth,
Oh, Beartooth's good.
Yeah.
Kill Switch Engage,
Oh, yeah. that's-
Devil Wears Prada.
and more.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that's all
Nice
I
little
got.
show.
I Prevail.
All right.
Kill Switch Engage. Yeah. And they do a nice Dio cover.
We have Suicide Boys,
Yeah.
Okay, that's another popular band.
Monster
Group
Jam.
of white rappers.
Monster Jam.
Monster Jam.
Monster Jam's happening in August?
Yeah, that's gonna
That's
be
crazy.
Hot.
Yeah.
Hot,
They
hot.
do it at Amalie Arena.
Oh, okay. That
yeah.
one's inside.
Not that hot.
Not that hot. Falling in Reverse.
Okay. I feel like that's an old Geo college band.
No, they're like more 97X.
Oh, man, all these legends.
And we have next big thing, Legends with non-legends, Cage the Elephant.
All right.
Okay.
Let's give this stuff away right now with a little bit of sport color. Here we go. I love that all the lines are full and have been since like 5:45 or whatever, 6:45. And then the minute you do those tickets, at least one of them drops off.
Yeah.
Just it's like, no thanks.
Nope.
Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Gio, where we at? Any streaks going on right now?
I am on a streak.
You?
I won on Friday.
Oh,
One is not a streak.
all right. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to be playing TV by synonyms. Can you name the TV show titles based on their synonymous titles?
Yes.
Okay. Your first one. Filthy Occupation.
Dirty Jobs.
Mike Calta. The Workplace.
Office.
Office.
The
The
office.
Yes, I will give it to you, Gio, but that is your rule, just so you know. Killings She Scribed.
Murder, She Wrote.
Mike.
Oh, man.
Identical Summits.
Twin Peaks.
Mike. Square root of 576.
Mission Impossible.
Release
Big Bang Theory?
2001
Square root.
of 576.
The 100.
24.
24.
I'm an idiot.
Stuffed Home.
Full House.
Galvin. Strange Pair.
Perfect Strangers.
1968.
The Odd Couple?
Geo. Fiction Breakers.
Truthbusters.
Mythbusters.
That's what it is. Damn it.
Mike Calta, Mythbusters. An Hour.
60 minutes.
60 minutes.
Mike. Lord of the Mound.
King of the Hill.
Galvin. Pseudonym. 2001. Pseudonym.
Alias.
Yes. Galvin. And Pap, we're halfway there.
Gio has 2 points on the board, Galvin with 3, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 5.
Ooh.
All right, we are doing TV by synonyms. Your next one, Rescued by the Ringing Device.
Saved by the Bell.
Galvin. Defeated.
Lost.
Galvin. Adolescent freak samurai reptiles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What was it?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
It's tough.
Yeah, Geo gets the point. Small shack on the plain.
Little House on the Prairie.
Geo.
You said
Oh, my-
Shaq, and I'm thinking Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh my God! He put a house on a plane.
Celestial Journey.
Star Trek.
Moonlight.
Star Trek. Galvin.
I knew that one.
So you believe you
So
can
you think you can
boogie. Mike. The Romance Dinghy.
Love Boat.
Geo.
Damn it.
Enchanted.
Bewitched. Come on.
Geo.
What was it?
Bewitched.
Oh.
God damn it.
Carpet rodents. This has an asterisk.
Rugrats.
Rugrats. Yes. Geo.
No, it's
No,
Galvin.
I'm Galvin.
You're
Please.
Galvin? Are you
Love
sure?
and God.
Nice to meet you.
Galvin.
Are
Yeah.
you sure? And Pap Pap.
Oh, damn it.
We're on the last three.
Geo and Mike both have 6 points on the board, and Galvin is your leader by 1.
Tight,
he
tight,
has
tight.
7.
Oh boy.
All right. TV by synonyms. Last 3. Here we go. Acclamations. 1982. Acclamations.
Buzz.
Cheers.
Acclamations.
All right.
Your next one. Buddies.
Friends.
Mike. And your last one. House fixing.
Home Improvement.
Oh, we're
We're
all
all
tied
tied?
up.
Oh, yes, we are.
Oh,
7-7-7.
I'm
Oh,
still
no.
thrown out by acclamations.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
Okay, tiebreaker. Everyone's in. Here we go. Cab.
Taxi.
Taxi is correct. Pap Pap.
That was Galvin.
Right.
Good job, Galvin.
Wow, that was tight.
Tight.
Damn it.
Your final score, Michael with 7 points, Geo also with 7 points, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 8.
Gachaya! Woo! Trademark 2020.
Galvin, what line are you playing for?
Acclamations. I'm going to go line 3 today.
All right. Good morning. Who is this?
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. How you guys doing?
Good. I'm going to put you on hold. Josh Carmen will grab you here during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good day. He's on line 3,
nice.
Carmen.
Got
What
it.
do we have coming up in news, Galvin?
Coming up in news today, Ozempic D, making bacon.
Ozempic D.
Yeah, and sexy misconduct.
Oh, these are all things that turn me on. All right, Galvin, as your news. We'll take a quick break and come back and dive right into that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. We'll let everybody know what we got going.
Yeah, what does that smell, right?
Somebody's making bacon.
I know exactly
Somebody's
what that
making
smell is.
bacon,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes. Your wife
My
is
daughter has
Sleepover?
volleyball camp. There's a sleepover. Yeah, exactly. Great point, Gio. Sleepover. The only time my wife pretends to be a good mother is when she's pretending in front of other kids to get up and cook breakfast.
I mean, we're here every day.
Every day.
Working hard, getting
Nothing.
up early,
We get nothing.
providing the bacon for the sleepover.
And then we got to smell it too.
Yeah.
We
and
bring
it's-
home the bacon.
We literally, and they just rub it in our face.
At first, I thought it was Ben Gay.
How do you
Right?
confuse the two?
Don't you get a twinge of that? Like, I think it's mixed with the scent that you have in the house, in the
If
like
you
there-
mix bacon and hotel scent, you
Yeah.
get Ben Gay.
a little bit of Ben Gay.
All right.
I don't know if I've ever smelled Ben Gay.
Ben Gay, how long?
icy.
Icy hot, same
Okay,
thing.
all right,
It's that
yeah.
kind of smell.
You will be. You'll be smelling it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, I thought maybe Joe
Joe's
went a
wearing
little
it,
heavy on it
yeah.
today, whatever. By the way, Carmen has the Carmen. Can you pull that up? The
Yeah.
teaser one there.
I got
All
it.
right. I'd like to hear this. I have not heard this yet.
Okay, let's see.
Do you think she'll bring us bacon?
I mean, I can.
The $1,000 giveaways continue next week. With the Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. Keep listening to The Bone for more money and more details. 102.5 The Bone.
Carmen, my pubic hair just fell out.
Dude,
That was the loudest thing
so
I've ever
loud.
heard.
that was wild.
Oh my God, my knees hurt.
And I had it potted down, by the way. That wasn't
God.
that was not me. That
Who's
was
dubbing these things in?
Good Lord.
I couldn't even listen to it.
I don't know whether they have some sort of limiter on there or whether
No,
they boost it or what, man.
There is no limit.
Oh.
There's no limiter anymore, so you have to do it when you put your stuff in.
Mm.
So I don't know who put that in, but
I thought I was having a seizure.
I think I did, but whenever I put the stuff in, I look at the levels to see where they are and stuff. But
you
man,
always send me stuff that's over.
yeah, I don't know.
It needs to be about 6.
All right.
For
It's
your,
about
just so you
62
know.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
that was. Listen, it scared me, and I'm the one
I
who
was-
played it.
Gio's ears are still bleeding.
I was fantasizing about bacon, and then my head got blown off.
Yeah.
This is like when a dog barks and you hit the sound thing.
Yeah.
And now we think about bacon, and all of a sudden that happens.
Oh.
You disassociate with the bacon.
I just want to go home now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check. Uh-oh. Oh, wait.
Oh, please don't play it again.
Okay, now go.
Let's check in with Galvin. He's got today's news. That's nothing.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, federal agents clashed with demonstrators in Los Angeles on Sunday as police used tear gas and less lethal munitions to disperse a massive crowd of people protesting against Donald Trump's immigration crackdown and his deployment of the California National Guard against the will of the state's elected leaders.
It's getting even worse. We're fighting the states right now.
Thousands, what do you call people from Los Angeles?
Los Angelinos.
Yes.
Thousands of Angelinos.
Mhm.
This just says it doesn't have the Los in there. But I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Angelinos,
We're
yeah.
Floridians.
I don't know that I've ever heard that.
Yeah.
We're
Angelinos.
Michiganders.
Tampanians.
Tampanians.
Yeah.
Tampons.
No, yeah, I know that'd be the easy one. But we're Tampanians, Angelinos,
Chicagoans. New Yorkers.
New Yorkers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Carmen said, I have heard Michigander.
Yeah, that's a
Michiganders.
weird one.
I like that one.
Michiganites.
Nope.
Michiganers.
Canada does. No, it's Canadians. Yeah, so thousands of Angelinos swamped the streets around City Hall, the federal courthouse, and a detention center where protesters arrested in the days before were being held. They also brought a major freeway to a standstill. I'm letting you know right now.
Yeah, once you start you start making my day inconvenient.
Yeah, that's wild. I get it. You're trying to get your message out there and you're doing stuff, but now you're inconveniencing just regular people that are trying to get to work or
Yep.
trying to get to the doctor or whatever
Trying to
they're
deliver
doing.
your gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to stand on the side of the road, do your thing.
Right.
I don't care, but don't
I'll
block
look at
the
your sign.
Don't
I'll-
block the highway.
Yeah.
I'll look at your sign. I'll read it as I'm passing by.
Vocal and boisterous, the crowd for a large part of the day was mostly peaceful, but tensions flared up several times. On Sunday afternoon, police used tear gas to disperse groups of protesters. Later in the evening, officers fired rounds, flashbangs, in attempts to push the protesters back up the freeway off ramps.
Well, they're sending troops over there. There's fires. Now it's getting out of hand. They're even talking about arresting the governor.
Yeah, it says President Donald Trump's administration said it would deploy 2,000 National Guard troops on Saturday as federal agents in Los Angeles faced off against a few hundred demonstrators from this. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth warned that the Pentagon was prepared to mobilize active duty troops, quote, if violence continues in Los Angeles.
That's insane that Pete Hegseth is doing this.
It's so weird.
It's so weird.
Anytime I see his name, I'm like, oh yeah, he really has the job.
Carmen, when I was telling these guys, I don't know if I said it on the air the other day, but one time in like the 90s, like the late 90s, I was watching the Grammys and Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue got up there and he was thanking people and he thanked Jerry Blair from Sony. And I'm like, I know that dude. I know he's a Sony record guy. I now know people that are like famous. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was a weird realization. The idea that I have had drinks or hung out with so many people that are in this administration right now is blowing my mind. I've been to places with Pam Bondi. I've been to places with Pete Hegseth. I've been around all these people. Chad Chronister was almost the head of the FBI. This is insane. It's insane how this is just so, these are like people that we know, you know what I mean?
You know what's so weird too is I don't want my head of the FBI to be on with Joe Rogan. Or
I
CIA,
don't mind
rather.
that. Because let me tell you why though. Because you're not. You're. I understand what you're saying, but you're looking at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's the new 60 Minutes. You know what I mean? So if you saw the head of the FBI doing an interview on 60 Minutes 20 years ago, you wouldn't care. But the fact that he's on Rogan now and Rogan smokes pot or whatever he does, it makes you think it's a little bit. But the truth is, all that stuff. I mean, how many times do we find out reporters doing cocaine and all these things?
Oh yeah.
So but Rogan's just honest about it, and it's not illegal. But that is the new spot. So if you make it to Rogan now,
it's just weird.
yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
it's a
weird.
different. I mean, you're talking about a vice president sitting down with Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
It's insane, but that's how it is.
That's part of what helped them win the election because
Yes.
they went for
Right.
that young male in their 20s demographic.
Listen,
who
Bill-
listened to Theo Vaughn and stuff.
Bill Clinton was the first president
Yeah.
to make it very clear that appealing to that youth was a smart move. And him going on Arsenio Hall and playing saxophone
Yeah.
and doing all those things changed the way politicians do things.
Dude, Theo is so funny. I was listening to the JD Vance thing, and he's reading tweets off of the internet, and he's like, "This one here says impeach Trump, make JD the president." And he's like, "Yeah," and then JD Vance's like, "Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I support the president." Come on, dude. He's like, "You got one." He's like, "Now it's time to start campaigning." he's so like Theo's just so Theo. There's no way to describe it.
Right.
Everything he
And
says.
don't you look at Theo and you think, how could they do this? Like, because he's Theo, and then
Right.
because he's harmless. He's just there to have a good time.
Yeah, just the questions he was asking were so. He's like, "I know this is a novice question, but explain this to me." And JD Vance was trying to basically explain politics to him.
Also, think of how many people out there would love to, ask, "Can you explain how this works?" Like,
Yeah.
I don't. There's a lot of stuff, especially in politics and in government, how things work, and I'm
Sure.
like, I don't really understand.
Also,
that.
how many people would not be exposed to JD Vance if he wasn't on with Theo Vaughn?
Sure.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But the fact that he's telling the vice president of the United States that he should impeach Trump and
Yeah.
take office. He's like, "Come on, man. You got one person voting for you already." I was like, "This is great."
In a new poll, 52% of Americans don't support either Elon Musk or President Trump in their feud. 28% are on Trump's side, while only 8% are on Team Musk.
I don't really understand it. There's a lot of people that I was reading that I respect that still say the whole thing is a ruse. That
think
it's
it's
to
definitely-
it's to get you to look away, and I don't really understand. Like I feel like they both went so over the top at each other that it might be true. That it might be a ruse. I don't really understand why or how that works.
I
But
think they're trolling the fake news media with a fake news story.
I don't know. But I mean, the fact that one called one a Nazi and the
Yeah.
other one called the other, it's
Yeah.
it's pretty
Right,
tough.
like it's very over the top. I feel like it's so over the top.
Yeah, but also, if you're going to do something, if you're going to do like a fake thing and
You gotta do
play
it
this
right.
out, but also, are you going to say he's on the Epstein list?
Yeah,
like that's
You're basically calling him a pedophile. at that
right.
point.
Like if you were like, oh, he does some bad stuff or whatever, you're like, yeah, he may do some bad, but saying he's on the Epstein list, you're like, ooh, that
Yeah.
was
yeah.
a little
But
too
didn't
much.
we know he was on the flight logs already?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's
but
not,
don't pointing to it and saying it
right.
is
yeah.
something different.
I believe he took that tweet down.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one just the Epstein one.
Didn't matter. Everybody retweeted it.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Once it's
Yeah.
out there, it's out there. But I believe he took it down.
Mike Calta,
Oh,
you've talked about it before. I'm not like calling you
I'm
out
not
or
gay.
anything. Are you still taking Ozempic or not?
yes.
Have you noticed any difference besides weight loss?
I haven't even noticed drastic weight loss.
Okay.
To be honest with you. Yeah.
Male Ozempic users say their penises have been getting bigger since they started injecting the weight loss shot.
Well, that comes with losing weight.
Well, the phenomenon dubbed Ozempic penis or Ozempic,
Yeah.
you know, it's just the latest in a series of side effects for users of the weight loss drug. They talk about Ozempic mouth, and they say yes, no,
What is Ozempic mouth?
where you get that like whole
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like a post weight loss mouth?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But they say, yeah, of course, if you lose weight, it's going to look bigger. But people said, no. I measured from the pelvic bone in this and that, and that it's one guy said he gained 1.5 inches.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have not noticed.
I mean, things have happened where the drug for hair loss and stuff wound up becoming Viagra.
Right,
So
right.
there's been times where they're like, oh, we didn't even know that was going to be a fact. What if
Oh, my
Ozempic
God.
not only makes
Bunch
you
of
lose,
skinny guys with big wangs walking around.
makes you lose
man.
weight, but also makes your stuff bigger?
What does it do for women?
This just says
What
male.
if they start
Ozempic.
growing a?
It's got to be very painful to inject it right there, though.
Oh,
No,
don't do it.
no. You're doing it
do
wrong.
that.
You're doing it
Do it in the
wrong.
gooch.
Yeah.
You do it right in the gooch.
I was saying, how else do you get any unless that's where your injection spot
Listen,
is?
if you had to inject it in there, guys totally would. If you were guaranteed another,
Well, didn't
inch
you
and a-
used to have to do it like back in the day and before what do they call it? The what's the blue pill?
Viagra?
Viagra. Before Viagra, they used to do shots. They used to do injections, and they used to actually just fill it.
Oh,
Joe, what say you?
Ooh, I don't say anything. That's bad.
but think about this. Think about this. Once a week, you had to inject right into your stuff.
Oh,
But it's like a,
yeah, I get it.
I don't
but-
know, Galvin. I got to be honest with you. At
I'm
53
saying
years
a
old,
lot of guys would.
yeah, I was saying, 53 years old and married, I'd be like, yeah, it just doesn't work anymore. It's over. Like, remember when Jay Moore? Jay Moore one time it was like
Not working, adding an extra 1.5 or 2
Oh
inches.
no.
A needle?
Oh, I wouldn't do that at
Oh,
all.
no.
And I'm not even somebody who's like, I got a big way. I'm all right. I'm mediocre.
There's tons of guys that would, though.
Yeah,
You know,
I know. I would not, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, the pain, that's got to be intense.
I would. I mean, it would have been nice to have been born with a hammer like Thor, but I'm fine with the mallet that I have.
Have you had your blood sugar tested, whatever? Have you had the finger prick thing,
Yeah.
whatever that they do
Yeah.
on that? If you had to do that into there, would you do it?
I will
for an
tell you, the
extra-
Ozempic shot is painless.
Okay, so not even that bad.
Yeah,
Ah,
the Ozempic shot is
no.
painless.
But what if it was into your wiener?
If it was in my wiener, I mean, my wiener is pretty resilient.
Tough.
Yeah,
Yeah, tough one.
Yeah.
Way to go, guy.
But I mean, like,
Tell
if
us more.
if I had to put it in my fat pad, like around my wiener,
No,
that'd
no,
be no
I'm
problem.
talking-
You're
No,
right,
right.
into it.
Yeah.
I mean, to make it grow,
Yeah.
no.
No, I couldn't do
There's
it.
a lot of guys that would.
I-
But I
Sure.
gotta tell you, if you told me to take a pill, I don't know that I would do that. Don't get me wrong. I am not by any means trying to say that I have a large wiener. All I'm saying is it's what I got.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's not like it's not big enough because I didn't exercise it. It's the one that I got. What
Yeah.
are you gonna do? I can't
Right, you
unless
can't
my
do
wife.
anything about it.
If my wife came to me and she said, "Hey, it would be cool if you took that pill," I'd take the pill. But right now
Pill.
she's already struggling with
Pill,
my manhood.
sure, but needle to the thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, yeah. Well, look, if she wanted me to put a needle in there, then I'm going to negotiate some stuff for her to do. That's painful too, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine what would convince me to do that.
My wife would convince me.
What if she was like, I don't even like the big ones.
I've heard that before.
There's been a Bigfoot sighting in Monroe, Michigan. Carmen, do you know where Monroe, Michigan is?
I do.
Well, there was a
I thought
Bigfoot.
you meant
Was she there?
Was she there?
I was not.
It was sighted walking on a walking pad. No, I'm just kidding. In an area dispensary up there in Michigan is now running a promotion for their store. You'll get a discount on products if you bring in photographic proof
Oh, wow.
of Bigfoot.
Wow, that's great.
Okay.
It's not Bigfoot.
No.
There is no Bigfoot.
Everybody has 4K phones, like cameras in their pocket now, and still no clear footage.
However, we do get a lot of clear footage of UFOs.
Yeah, that's true.
But here's the thing. I believe that there could be a Bigfoot type animal somewhere in the world. Like, there's been places that no
Like in the
human
Amazon
has
or
ever
something
touched
like that,
or anything
yeah.
like that. But also, every Bigfoot video we get always has the walk, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Like
Like a
Bigfoot's-
cartoon.
Yeah. It's like, come on, stop it. And the old one that everyone always goes to, they took that and they did it where it's not shaky. They stabilized it completely, whatever. It's just a dude like, dude. I mean, it's so fake. It's unbelievable. Carmen, I think you would probably think that this is a good idea. Japan is holding a special event where middle-aged men can learn how to take a better selfie for dating apps.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I
Right?
like that. Yeah.
Give them a course.
Kind of helps if you can if I'm like on a dating app and I see a guy who was able to take some nice selfies, I'm like, okay, this guy. I mean, you don't know there's no teen in your life or
Oh,
Yeah.
I
young
think
person.
gay.
Yeah, if
If you know how to take a photo.
Yeah.
Or you had a girlfriend. Like I had to teach Chad my angles and what to do and how to take my photos. So
Yeah.
we don't have to spend 20 minutes taking a photo.
Oh, I've
You know
been
what I
there.
mean?
Yeah.
Carmen
So
asked me to take a picture of her one time at one of the company Christmas parties,
Never
and
again.
it was like 20 minutes, and I go, I gotta go. I can't do this. She's like, you're doing it all wrong.
I always
anyways."
wonder why
Yeah.
when my kids or my wife goes, let me take a picture with everybody. We're here. The kids go, come on. I go, what's the big deal? It's your mother wants to take a picture. Stand there for a second. Then I realize it's 20 minutes of turn your head this way, put your head down, higher, lower. God Christ, just take the goddamn picture.
But that's the thing. If your wife sat with you for 10, each of you, for
I
10
don't
minutes,
want to know.
No.
I know.
Take the picture.
No, but that's the thing. You know you're ugly, so you know there's nothing a picture can do.
Jesus.
Bust that out there.
I appreciate your bluntness, Carmen.
You want to rethink that wiener shot?
Yeah. Happy Monday.
But I'm just saying, but if that's your thought process, I don't care how I look. This is who I am. But for females that are going to post this, we know that we can look better. We know that there's an angle that's better than another one.
Who are you trying to fool?
No one, but
Yeah.
I still want but everyone knows they have a good side. Like, because I wear my hair on the left, I
Carmen,
always.
Can I point
Put
something
my
out?
first.
You put up a video of you dancing this weekend. Okay,
Yeah.
there is no way that you can take a video of you dancing like that from angles that don't look like at some point unflattering. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That was an adorable video.
No,
I don't know what you're
It's-
talking about.
It
Mike
was
said
an adorable video.
Unflattering video.
Right. But what I'm saying is
It was
that
cute.
those girls will readjust the camera to try and take flattering pictures of themselves.
Right.
But are you putting it out there already? Like, here I am dancing around in circles. You're not fooling anybody by your other angles.
But what do you mean fooling anybody? I'm saying, but as a video, no.
No,
That's
not
harder
right.
to
But
edit.
what I'm saying is you already put it out there.
Right.
So there's Carmen. We already know what you look like. So now if you spend 20 minutes adjusting a camera 2 inches higher than it was before, you think that's making that much of a difference for anybody?
It does.
Does it?
It does.
Yeah, because
Yes.
you've admitted it yourself. You've said before, I don't know, something about that picture, Carmen. That
that's
you know
true.
what I mean?
That's true.
Yes.
I have.
and it's
I've
the
seen
lips
some of these.
and the
okay.
face. Oh, no.
I've fallen in love with Carmen's pictures a couple of times.
I was gonna say I've seen some of these influencers. They'll show the picture before they put the pose on, and then in the thing they'll do it, and they show you that it's a crazy difference.
Right.
Well, a couple things. Carmen, how long did it take for you to do that video?
3 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can send you the whole video. It's one straight video that's 3 minutes, and then I just chop it up
When
into
we
20
do
seconds.
when we do the cruise and we do the party where we all will take pictures with everybody, and it's the group picture. I was standing next to Carmen one year, and she would do this. She'd go,
Yeah.
she'd laugh and then look up, and I go, "What are you doing?" She goes, "You laugh before you look up, and then you're smiling." And I go, "You're out of your gourd."
And you know what? It's hot. It's
Yeah.
hot. It looks hot. Yeah.
But also, it makes you have a more natural smile
Right.
instead of a forced smile, because a lot of those people, that's their one picture with us from the cruise, with all of us in it. You know what I mean?
You're doing it for humanity.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I know they're gonna post it, and you know what I mean. And everyone's gonna try and find the unflattering picture of everybody else, or they only look at themselves. They don't look at other people. And it's usually me that has like a wonky eye or
Like
something.
like the one year we took the Christmas party photo and Mike put it up and you were like totally had your eyes closed and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that.
He does every single picture. He always picks the picture that I look the worst.
I
in.
don't look at them all.
I know.
I'm never taking a Christmas picture with this show ever again.
Why?
Ever again.
Why?
Because you made it into a pin of me on my
You
knees.
got on your knees, open your mouth.
Loser.
You got on your knees, and open your mouth, burger
I'll
guy.
never take a picture ever.
Yeah, that's a little bit on you.
That's
Yeah.
still that's
Don't dress up in pajamas, get on your knees and open your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, come on, bro.
I mean, you're basically just begging
Ask
us.
it. Ask
no,
for it.
but I was trying to be a goddamn team player, and that's where it got me.
Hey, we were all in pajamas. You didn't see me on my knees with my mouth open.
Right.
It's not happening.
Loser.
How about this? The average person has how many different kinds of sauce in their fridge, would you say? Now, sauce, I'm talking about like
sauce.
dipping stuff and
barbecue
and
mustard.
whatever else. Yeah, those type of things. What do you think? How many different kinds of sauce? Average person has how many different kinds of sauce in their fridge?
12.
20.
12, 20.
25.
I was gonna say
25.
20, so I'll go 18.
You guys are all very high, and you're high on the thing as well.
I love condiments.
It says 8 different ones.
That's low.
No, that's
They say some of the strange combinations people like to use is dipping French fries in tartar sauce.
Okay,
Okay.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Tartar
Pickles,
sauce is underappreciated.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pickles dipped in buffalo sauce.
Okay,
I would try that. And ramen noodles, I'm imagining this is ramen noodles dry, which is crazy, but people eat it. Ramen noodles with ranch.
Let me ask you this: can you ever eat a ramen noodle dry after seeing the video of them putting it under a microscope? It's just filled with like mites and stuff.
I just can't eat it in general.
I used to love ramen noodles, especially when I was broke, because I would eat those a lot. So I'd still eat them. And then I saw that video, and I can't go back. I even heard that the video was fake, but I still don't.
Still, it's what you think of.
Just the chance that it's real, I can't do that.
And also, you've eaten it 1,000 times, and it's not affecting you. It's not going to do anything now.
But still,
just seeing it bugs you.
You don't want them to break down, now with RFK and all the different stuff that they're trying to take out of the food.
Oh, yeah.
When they really break down the difference between the food here and like the food over in Europe, where like I just saw a thing the other day, French fries, where the French fries in Europe, and I won't name the company, but you probably know which one, has 4 ingredients and salt is an option. And ours has like the stuff that makes it stay longer, and it's got glyphosate, this and that, whatever, some sort of pesticide, and you're like, oh boy.
When you're talking about eating dry ramen, what do you think of?
Dry ramen. I think of my wife and my son eat it all the time, and I'm like, that's so gross.
Joe, who do you think of?
I think of Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish.
Yeah,
it was his thing, and I was thinking about it this weekend because somebody texted me and said that they were listening to Sad Weirdos, and it was a shame how Spanish has gone off the edge, and I thought that's just so weird. It's just so weird to me. I know I bring it up every once in a while. And again, I'm not like I'm not bashing him. It's just so weird that he just does not hear anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's like not. It's just that he was here for 14 years and then just boom, disappeared from all of our lives,
erased from existence.
Oh,
and
Doc Brown.
The other crazy thing is he's still on the station.
Yeah,
right.
He still comes in to the station and works. Like that is wild to me.
So I thought to myself, I thought about it this weekend, and I thought, is it me? Am I missing Spanish? Maybe I should give him a call. And then I thought, no, because I don't want to know this Spanish, this crazy, weird, sad weirdo Spanish. Like, that's not my guy that I know. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever he's like going through change in his life or something like that, it's not the guy that we knew.
Right. So that's why I thought, like, I don't even want to call him. Because then what's the next step? Like, be like, hey, we should go. I don't want to go to lunch with that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to. I just want to know. And also, he may feel the exact same way about me. I'm not,
Yeah, but I mean, to your point, Michael, someone has asked me before if I missed Spanish. And the answer is not anymore because I've missed him for a year before he left.
Right.
That's I missed the old Spanish.
Yeah, he was not the same guy that he had been for those 13 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think about that. And also, at the same time, I hope he's, if this is what it takes for him to be mentally healthy and good and all that, that's fine. I'm happy for him.
Yes.
I would much rather him not talk to us and be happy than be miserable and, be here.
The last time I talked to him, he said he's not mad at anybody here. He doesn't have any ill feelings towards anybody here.
I don't believe that.
No.
I don't, not saying that he outright does, but I think deep down inside, he's mad at somebody. Probably Carmen. She deserves it.
Listen, I stand by and I understand why he never reached out to me after because
you do? Because I don't understand that. You of all people.
Yeah, I get it.
I do.
I understand because he was trying to make a relationship work that I was very critical of. I told him I do not support that relationship after what she did.
Yeah.
And I will never support it.
Nope.
So while you're trying to make that relationship work, talking to people who aren't in support or, you know what I mean, have a positive feeling towards it is not going to help make the relationship work. So while he's with her or trying to make that relationship better, me being involved will not be helpful or you know what I mean? So it's almost like, you have to lose someone to gain someone.
Yeah.
And if his relationship with her is what he wants, then yes, you will have to lose me. So I understand it in that aspect. And, eventually if they work out and that makes him happy, great. And if they don't, then we'll be here with open arms and you know what I mean?
Carmen, what do I have to do to lose you?
Dylan, you're gonna have to kill me. I'm with you forever.
Right.
Somebody
No,
just said on Instagram, do you think Spanish is the one messing with our video? Is our video down
As
now?
far as I know, we're up.
They meant on the weekends.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They do their own video.
Yeah.
They do their video on a cell phone or whatever. They don't.
It looks like again this past weekend, Joe has clearly replaced Spanish with Dizzy.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you went out with Dizzy again?
Yeah, Dizzy and Nicole came over, and we hung out and did game night in the garage.
By the way, I saw Dizzy's post and said for the 4th time in a month, so every weekend, he said we hung out with our favorite couple.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good for you guys.
I'm very happy. I mean, they're a blast to hang out with. Nicole is fun.
When is
Dizzy's a blast.
When's Dizzy going to start driving you to work and stuff? Is that soon?
I'm gonna. Well, I got to get rid of one of the pantses so that I can move them in.
Right.
You
He's got to be in the house.
Right.
When do you guys start swapping?
No, not interested. But
Oh, that means you already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, that's not true.
We'll see.
What's
Out in the
up?
garage.
Yeah, yeah, it was great.
I love that garage. That garage is like having a basement.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
I'll have it all fixed up for you guys when you come over on
I
Thursday.
don't know, Joe. We can't seem to get our act together.
What happened?
Well, because Galvin's going out of town on Wednesday.
Oh.
Nobody could do Monday or Tuesday, so now we're back to square one.
Then let's just do it on Wednesday. I'll
No, because Galvin's leaving right after the show.
You just said it.
Yeah.
No, but
Just
he's
said it.
leaving right after the
Oh,
show.
I didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
All right.
Maybe the following week.
yeah, we gotta practice before our big Whiskey Willie's debut.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
I'm not going to be there. I know
You-
I know you're
Come
upset.
on.
shut up.
I'm going out of town that weekend.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It was one of. I mean, yesterday.
You want us to play your house?
Yeah.
What do we have to do?
Yesterday, somebody actually said, "I bet Gio's excited that we're
I
playing
was
Whiskey
excited,
Willie's."
and then
Yeah.
I forgot that my wife planned a trip with her family.
Where are you driving to now?
I think we're going camping somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm like, I looked at the day. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch.
I can't imagine going away with my in-laws as much as you do,
Yeah, we all the time.
and I
That's
get
all we do.
along with them really well.
Yeah, but you don't really go away with anybody.
Yes, I do, and I used to go away with my brother's family a lot because our kids were like lined up in age, but now we
Right.
don't. You know, their kids are in college and
Yeah, I mean,
graduated and having babies and all that. So.
I enjoy hanging out with my brother-in-laws. They're fun.
Yeah, my brothers-in-law are fun as well. It's just I don't know. We all got things to do. My one brother-in-law's got a cabin. He's the guy that you want to hang out with.
Yeah.
Nice little Georgia cabin.
So yeah, no Whiskey Willies for me, which sucks.
Well, I'm canceling it now.
Yeah. I love
Gio
Whiskey
can't be
Willies.
there.
Like it's finally, I feel like everything's coming together, and then I'm gonna miss it.
Yep. All right.
Maybe we'll play that skate rink you go to.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. This just goes to how people don't care about other people, what happens to anybody. Me, all about me. A 23-year-old man was arrested after he called in a bomb threat
Oh.
because he was late for his flight from Detroit to LA and was hoping to delay the plane until he got there.
But don't you think though? Like, what would you rather do? If you're gonna call it a bomb threat, you just delayed the flight another 3 hours, and
Yeah.
now they got to go through everything and all that.
And you delayed everybody else.
Everybody, yeah, that's
Because you're
ridiculous.
an idiot and you couldn't make it there in time.
Would
so
you ever? I mean, I'd be so afraid to call in a bomb threat, even if it was like to help a friend out or something. I'd be
one,
so
you're gonna
afraid.
get caught.
Yeah.
You know you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
Two, you can book another flight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can. There's flights all the time. You could grab another one. You know, or I don't know, wake up early and get there.
Yeah.
And be there on time. Yeah, people that do that. That's the same as the people that wait to pull out into traffic because they have to get to the far lane.
Right.
So
right.
they wait until
Instead
the
of merging
perfect day, which never comes, and then you're sitting there and it's like, get out into traffic and merge over. And if you have to turn at that turn right there, go down one. You
Those are
screwed
people who just
yourself.
don't know how to drive.
Yeah. Oh, but also completely inconsiderate.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
don't even think about anybody else. I wouldn't call it a bomb threat to their face. A Walmart employee says a customer called the police after the customer accidentally overcharged himself for avocados at the self-checkout kiosk.
Overcharged himself by
Yeah,
accident
right.
and didn't know how to handle it, so called the police.
Called the police and accused the store of robbing him.
Oh wow.
I got 3 avocados and they charged me for 6.
Yeah.
And they came over and go,
This
no,
is why you can't put the responsibility in the hands of citizens. Most people are idiots.
Can I tell you? Publix, I love you.
Oh,
Publix is a changing.
too much
Carmen?
self-checkout.
Carmen,
Aldi.
you win me over. I'm all for self-checkout. If you have a couple items
Right.
and you're going through, it makes it easier for everybody. You know, they got the 10 items or less, but then maybe you're just coming in to get a drink and a something, and you go through the self-checkout, but they took out like 3 lanes
Yeah, I know.
to put in the self-checkout. And I was there the other day. They had one lane open.
Oh.
One lane
I don't
open.
like it at all.
It was bananas.
I will say that is how Aldi's is. They only have one person working the register. Everything else is self-checkout. But it goes really fast. And if you know what you're doing, you're
I
perfect.
see that as a
But
license
here's
to
the
steal.
problem. Here's the problem, Carmen. I need another basket. I need another shopping
Right, because
cart.
you can't take the stuff out, fill it, and then put it back in.
Because you're giving me 8 by 10
Yes.
inches little ledge to sit everything on, and I can't.
Yes.
And then you can't remove it from the thing. Like once you scan your item, you have to put it on the tray.
Right,
And
yeah.
if you don't, then it won't let you to continue scan.
Right.
I'm telling you, Aldi has it done right. It's big, and you have your bags, so you're
Yeah, so you
basically
just shipped to you.
bagging as you go.
They just bring it to your front door.
Yeah, I think I might just start doing that.
Bougie.
I don't like it all.
Exactly. Oh my God, I can't bag my own groceries.
But here's the thing: is I was in there and they only had one lane open, and I did this. I went, and nobody helped me.
Do you know?
I looked around.
Yeah.
I
Who the
huffed
king
twice.
of that was?
Huh.
It's John Calta.
Yeah.
Evidently, Walmart had a rule that if the lines were 3 people deep or more, they had to open another register.
Mm.
And they were not doing that.
Mm.
And John Calta made a big stink about it.
He knew the bylaws?
He went, yeah, he was like, he went over there and was like, what's the deal? And they're like, well, like 3 people deep. We got 4 lines with 5 people on it. What's going on? And he made them open up new registers. Yeah.
Oh,
He
there's
knew the
2
rules.
Walmarts that I will not go to
Oh,
because
oh,
they're so bad.
Waters.
Yep.
And I just guessed that because it's close to you.
Hillsborough. I used to stop every time on my way home from Humane Society, and I would stop right there. The one by Hillsborough and Dale Mabry.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's a madhouse.
Yeah. I would imagine so. Hillsborough and Del Mabry.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is.
I don't know
There's
how
no
to
Walmart
explain it
over
more. Yeah, no, it's right there.
No, I'm trying to think of where it is.
I don't know.
There's the overpass that
Yes.
Dale Mabry goes over Hillsborough.
It's right there
And
before it.
if you're driving down Hillsborough, here's the Dale Mabry. It's on the right hand side right there.
Yeah, so you got to get off and go right from Del Mabry. I'm
Right
confused.
there. Yeah.
Driving down Del Mabry.
Nope. If
Driving
you're
up Hillsborough.
driving Hillsborough, and you're coming up, and Dale Mabry is going this way.
Right.
It'll be on your right hand side.
Yeah.
Right on the corner.
On Hillsborough.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I got you. Thank you.
All right.
We'll
Thanks
see you
for
there
clearing
later
that
today.
up.
Don't go.
That's
I used to go, I bought this gun called the Judge,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes 310 shotgun shells. And every place was out of them for a while. So I used to go to Walmart in the hood on Fletcher. It was like the busiest Walmart, but nobody was ever buying 310 shotgun shells there. And I used to just stop there when we did afternoons 3 times a week just to see what they had, and I'd buy their whole stock out.
Oh, yeah.
Every time, yeah.
I saw a video the other day, and a guy was breaking it down, and he goes, a blind man can see that this guy's trying to steal this gun. He goes in, and he's talking to the guy, and the counter's here, and the guy, is showing him, can I see that one? Yeah, whatever. And he pulls off this one, whatever. And the dude takes his backpack off, turns it to the front, whatever, then pulls out gloves and puts gloves on to pick up the gun, this, that, and then he was like, can I see that one? As soon as the guy turns around, the guy runs
Took it
away. I was like, come on, you know what's going on. Here you go, fattest show in the world. McDonald's is introducing a...
While we smell bacon.
Listen to me. McDonald's is introducing a Hershey's S'mores McFlurry starting tomorrow.
It'll never work. So you'll get it.
Speaking of bacon, does Wendy's have good bacon? Have you been to
I
Wendy's?
could not tell you the answer to that.
well, they have like the Baconator.
Right.
Like a lot of their burgers
With
are
bacon, but is
have
there
bacon.
bacon something that you're like, oh man, this bacon's good?
Yes, I recall.
I like Wendy's burgers. I don't get bacon on it, but
Well,
I like
That wasn't
Wendy's.
the question, Carmen. Stick
Well-
to the question.
I bet you do, Burger
You-
Girl.
Nice try, Gio.
Doesn't work.
No.
Well, I don't know. I guess Wendy's has some good bacon because Wendy's bacon is now available at grocery stores.
Oh,
So you can get the bacon just
I
like
was
they have
unaware.
on your Baconator.
Okay.
You can buy Wendy's chili in the can too on the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
I do enjoy the Wendy's chili.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the old hamburger.
I don't care.
So the Ozzy Osbourne Black Sabbath All-Star Show will stream for $30. We talked about that.
$30.
Oh.
Oh, $30.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah, obviously it's sold out already, and you're not going to go all the way over to England to see it and stuff. So you can stream it. The Back to the Beginning concert, which will mark the final performances for Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne, is taking place on July 5th. In England, the stacked lineup includes Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Tool, Slayer, Hailstorm, Alice in Chains, Lamb of God, Anthrax, Mastodon, and a bunch more. Now it's been announced.
Too many.
Too many?
I don't need Lamb of God and Mastodon there.
Why?
Because you only need the top tier. If this is a tribute to Ozzy, you only need the top tier players there, and no more than 5 or 6 bands.
So then, who you having? Metallica?
I mean, definitely Metallica.
Guns N' Roses?
Definitely Guns N' Roses.
Tool?
Tool. I'll take Tool.
Slayer?
Yes.
Pantera?
Yes.
Well, there's your 5.
But who else?
Hailstorm?
No.
Alice in Chains?
No.
Lamb of God?
No.
Anthrax?
Yes.
Now you got 6.
Okay.
Mastodon?
No.
Remember you played Mastodon. You liked them.
Yeah, I don't dislike them, but they don't need to belong up there.
Well, now it's been announced that the once in a lifetime concert will stream worldwide for the price of $29.99. Fans can also option to bundle the live stream ticket with a collectible T-shirt for a total price of $65. Both options are available at backtothebeginning.com.
I'm stealing it somehow on the internet. Just telling you that right now.
Did we say where it's at? Like the actual concert's being held?
Yeah, it's in England.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Yeah. In Birmingham.
Hello. That's how you get in.
Mhm.
Password.
Hello. Actually, the password's Governor.
Got-
Governor. How about this?
Okay.
Jared Leto has been accused of sexual misconduct by 9 women.
Now,
Sexy.
I didn't read this full story, but because at first I was like, I heard Jared Leto and a sexual misconduct. I said, impossible. The sexy Jesus, Jared Leto, there's no way. He'd
Who would say no?
Right. And then I read that it was 9 women, and then he had some sort of like sex cult going on. And now I don't know what else to believe.
Allegations include the assault of a 17-year-old and inappropriate conversations with a 16-year-old.
Is that a crime?
Inappropriate.
If like that he is having it with the 16-year-old.
Yeah.
I thought. I'm sorry. I think like in front of a 16-year-old, like they overheard him
Oh,
talking.
no.
Yeah.
This is like
Like a online kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me get a peek.
Yeah.
Jared denies it all, so we'll see what happens.
I don't know.
It's bad news, though. You don't want to be accused of it at all.
No.
And hopefully he can, if it's not true, he can prove that it's not true, hopefully. But if it is true, then he's going to be in trouble.
Also, he could easily get 18-year-old girls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I have somebody doing a cover of Heart's Barracuda. We
Okay.
can say Heart, very difficult to sing, right?
Yeah.
One of the best singers out there, Ann Wilson. So this is, I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Okay.
I'm going to play it for you. Tell me whether you think it's good, and tell me whether you know who this is.
All right.
Take a listen. This is somebody doing a rendition of Heart's Barracuda. Here we go.
That's not Miley Cyrus, is it?
That is not Miley Cyrus.
No. Doesn't sound like her, but I know that she can sing.
Sounds pretty good.
I think so.
If you got up there and sang that, I'd go, oh, okay. Any guesses on who it is?
No, I can't
Very
really
popular artist.
Like
very,
Sabrina Carpenter.
No.
Pat Benatar.
No.
Popular in this decade, Joe.
Well,
Very popular younger artist.
okay.
No.
Can we hear a little bit of it again?
Sure.
A little more, Carmen.
Okay. Let me back up.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Is it Selena Gomez?
That is Chapel Roan.
I was going to say it ain't the fat pink pony girl, is it?
Fat.
Oh, yeah. She's porky.
She's not fat.
No, she's not.
You're out of your gourd.
She
Maybe
was a little chunky last time I saw her.
Yeah.
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 A little chunky.
Compared to what?
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
That is Chapel Roan over in Barcelona doing a little Barracuda.
Oh,
by
it's
Heart.
very good.
Yeah, really good, right?
Uh-huh.
And the band cranking it out, too. The band
Yeah.
sounded really good as well. Yeah. I like Chapel Roan. She's good. She's definitely...
She talks too much.
That's
That's why I think
Her
she's fat.
attitude sucks.
That's why I think she's fat. She's probably not fat physically.
her attitude and her yipping up, do the songs, whatever. The songs are great, and she's a great performer,
Yeah.
and she sounds really good, whatever. Yeah, but as far as outside of the music, I'm like, all right,
Zip it, kid.
tone it down a bit.
She's uncomfortable to look at.
She's an odd-looking duck. Well,
Yeah.
and she puts on a lot of weird stuff. If you see her without all the crazy makeup and stuff, she just looks like a girl that is at the checkout counter at Walmart.
Yeah.
I'm at
she's-
the age where I like crazy makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she does all the crazy, she to me just seems like a Lady Gaga knockoff. Is kind of
Yeah.
what she's going for.
Yeah.
Like, I'm crazy. I'm weirdo. But I
Right.
can sing.
They're all doing, that one that we had talked about before that Sam interviewed that has the 3 eyes and like this. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Whatever. She was on The Voice and she was great. She was great on The Voice and she was a cute chick, whatever. And now she's like an alien. And it's like, how do you talk to that person seriously and not go, hey, lose this weird gimmick stuff?
I think the gimmick is the only way you can cut through, though.
I guess.
Especially with the internet, when people are just putting their stuff online.
I don't know. Whenever I see talent, I like talent, and I go, "Wow, that's unbelievable." I don't need everything else. I don't need it all.
I like a little extra.
I mean, there's a place for it for sure. I mean, that's part of the performance and doing all that stuff. I get it, but
Like I don't think that if Pink Pony Club came out, if she wasn't so weird, nobody pays attention to her.
I don't think that's true because
I think the song becomes a hit, but I think that she goes on to more because she was so weird.
Yes, I agree because
Look, kind of chubby, a little bit.
chubby. Look at her waist.
Come on.
It's in the face. I
She's
don't
got
know.
fat mouth.
She's got a little bit of chipmunk cheeks.
She's got a little bit of a double chin drooping down there. Just a little bit.
God.
Oh,
A little bit.
you are
Picky.
ridiculous.
A little bit.
Okay. All right.
But then I'm seeing her without the makeup. Put the makeup on.
Oh.
Yeah, she's straight out of Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very Mad Hatter.
Well,
Finally, in news, what is something minor that you find majorly annoying? Like just little things that you're like, I don't know why that makes me so crazy, but
I
it
don't
does.
like when my son chews with his mouth open.
Chewing with the mouth open. Yeah.
It just seems gross to me, although it doesn't really affect me in any way.
They asked a bunch of different people what their minor annoyances were that are major to them. Here are some of the different ones. When you run into someone you'd rather not talk to.
I just don't talk to him.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people that don't have that,
Right,
where they're
right.
like, oh, I have to talk to him because of this. When somebody knocks at your door and you weren't expecting anyone.
Oh, that goes back to Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah.
when the doorbell rings and you just look at each other and we're like, who could it be? Go answer it. Go find out.
There is a kid online that imitates Sebastian Maniscalco, and Sebastian has retweeted and he loves it, whatever. And he goes, he's an Uber Eats driver, and he's like, "What? I gotta bring it upstairs now? You can't come down and get your." And he does it, and he does it so good in the whole thing. And he goes, "We gotta lock the door. They lock this way, and then you got the combination code." It's so dumb and funny.
I do hate when like solicitors come to the door selling solar panels and AT&T.
Oh, come on.
Can I?
I have no solicitation like right
Yep.
above the goddamn doorknob.
Well, I'm buying you a Ring doorbell for Father's Day.
I have that, and the sign is right above
Well,
it.
why don't you even open the door? I look at the doorbell and I go, well, yeah. And they go, hey, we're in the area. I go, no. And I just hang it up.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'd rather go to the door and yell at them.
So before I had my doorbell camera thing, whatever, I have no soliciting right there, right above my thing, whatever. And ding dong, and the dogs go crazy, this, that, whatever. I go to the door, I open the door, and I look, and it's a lady and 2 guys, and they're standing there and they have a clipboard. And I went like this, and I pointed at it, and then I shut the door right in their face and never broke eye contact with them. Did
Yep.
not say a word. I just pointed, shut.
But I'll tell you, I answered the door a couple of weeks ago. And the kid's like, hey, we're in the area cleaning windows. And my windows are dirty on my house.
Mm.
And he was like, for like $300, we'll clean all the windows and the frames. And I went, all right, go do it. And they did. They did a great job.
Mm.
That was it.
If it's
Nah.
like some neighborhood kids, I don't mind. But like
This was definitely,
AT&T,
But this is definitely a group of kids. I mean, or like something where they round the kids up
Yeah,
and bring them into
that I don't
neighborhoods.
mind.
I don't care. I mean, I'm sure there was some sort of scam going on somewhere, but I paid my money and got clean windows. I don't care
Right.
about I don't care about the human trafficking that's going on inside the van. I just want my windows clean.
Minor annoyance that is major to you when the Wi-Fi slows down or cuts out. We are so crazy about that. Like, think about it. Whenever you had to hardwire everything in and do all this
Yeah.
stuff, now you have Wi-Fi, and if you don't have the perfect Wi-Fi, you're like, "What? I mean, what is going on?" I
Yeah.
can't.
Calvin, I downloaded a game last night on my phone.
Yeah.
It took more than 20 seconds, and I was like,
Oh,
"Come on now!" But I go,
losing
"Why
your
is
mind.
this taking so long? How big is this game?"
Yeah.
I actually got mad.
When I was at the Metallica show, in between sets, I was trying to look at different scores and stuff, and I'm looking at my Hard Rock Bet app, whatever, and it wasn't connecting. And I'm like, come on, and I'm going on the Bucks Wi-Fi, and I'm like, oh, this is killing me.
Yeah, anytime you're in like a stadium, because I think there's so many people in one area,
it's crazy.
it kind of drags it down.
Mike, what you said about your son, you said chewing with his mouth open. This says loud chewing.
Okay. I'll take
So
that.
basically same thing. A phone call you weren't expecting. Who's calling anybody anymore? You know, you're
who's
texting.
answering?
You're just text. Just do that, whatever.
Is scumbags that blow their vape clouds everywhere, is that on the list?
That's number one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't know anybody like
I
that.
don't
Joe.
know.
Really,
No.
we're a stupid pew cat. and
Met
Yeah,
anyone.
a real scumbag does that.
Too many text messages.
Like this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Pipple toddler chat.
At 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
I was running and I'm trying to listen to music.
I was
And
sleeping.
my headphones
Ding,
are going ding, ding, ding. I was like, I tried to put it in airplane mode, and then my music won't work. And I was like, come on, what's going on?
I almost left the group.
Yeah.
That's what happens
Same.
in my family chats. They always go, "How long before Mike leaves the group?" I'm like 4 chats. I can't if I'm trying to do something and then the phone's going ding 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 ding. That's it.
I also know I'm done when Tom chimes in.
What did Tom say? I didn't even see that.
I don't know. He'll like a different thing. We were talking about one song, and then Tom as long as Tom likes it, we'll do it. I guess. So crazy. Let's see. When your phone goes off and you're in a meeting.
Yeah. Well,
Big deal. I don't think that's a big deal, right?
I like to point at that guy and laugh at him.
To go along with loud chewing, how about heavy breathing? People that just
That's worse. Hoppy breath.
you know who's the worst on the radio with heavy breathing?
Ian.
Ian's bad. There's somebody worse.
Tony.
Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Tony is
Yep.
the king of nose breathing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right into the thing.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, right in the
Darth Tony.
It's unbelievable. Well, there you go. There's some the minor annoyances that are major to some different people.
All right, Calvin, thank you.
Look at that. Right at 8 o'clock.
Straight up at 8 o'clock.
No
Speaking
bonus.
of, where's our guest?
I don't know.
Oh, for the love of God. By the way, did you call Ian?
Yeah, it's just take care of.
All right, cool. All right, we got to take a break. We are supposed to have a guest in the studio with us at 8 o'clock this morning. That is Craig Gass. And then John Sarasani, you know him from Instagram. He will be here in the 9 o'clock hour. He's, I don't know, we'll find out what he's doing at the Hard Rock. Here's what bugs me about the videos that John Sarasani put out this weekend.
What's that?
He was playing blackjack with pumpkins in a room that I didn't even know existed. Like, I bet he's on the floor. We don't even know exists.
Oh, that's the room that Mike Evans goes to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like when
yeah,
Mike
yeah,
Evans said he was going because he got his contract done.
Right.
He was going to head over to Hard Rock, whatever.
Right. I want to know where that room is.
There's a room, whatever. Well, I would imagine a couple things. Whatever, Metallica. I know John's a Metallica fan.
He did go to Metallica.
Also, they had a bunch of people, so he was down for that. You know, so he probably made a nice weekend out of it.
All right, we'll talk to him in the 9 o'clock hour. We'll take a quick break. Craig Gass should be joining us next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Any idea what happened to Craig Gass?
No, I don't know. Because
Uh-oh.
when I text him now, you know, like with iPhone, it's blue.
Right?
I'm getting green.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Too much Metallica.
maybe. Everything. I'm like, everything all good? No response. It's just green.
He is not a drinker.
I mean, maybe his phone went dead.
Maybe he did drink. Maybe he went. Maybe he was hanging out with Pantera and kicking too many back. I don't know. Maybe
I bet
he
it's
relapsed.
something Gio did.
No, I did
Yeah.
nothing.
It just seems like any guest that you talk to, they cancel.
Or just don't show up.
I don't
Yeah,
feel
or
like
they-
that's.
They're like, I don't like his face. I'm not
Yeah.
showing up.
I did not send my face. I don't.
Trend.
We have
They-
two guests lined up for today. We have Craig Gass was scheduled for 8 o'clock.
It's 8:12.
And it's 8:12 now. And John Sarasani is supposed to be here in the 9 o'clock hour. I trust John will be here on time.
I've
Or he'll
not
be here.
spoken to John.
I have,
Yeah,
yeah.
he set that one up through you.
Well,
So he
that's-
will come
that's-
in.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
difference.
He's gonna come in.
Why don't guests like you, Jim?
I don't know. I was very cordial in our text conversation.
By the way, I'd like to point out whatever Carmen said, I blame Gio. I think it's Gio. Gio goes, no.
Last thing I said was, he said, awesome, you got it. Copy that. Looking forward to it. Send him the address. Said we'll be at Mike's house.
Now, on Friday, my daughter had volleyball, and I did not get to go to the liquid lunch. Did anybody make it out to the liquid lunch?
I did not.
Joe, you didn't go?
I did not.
Okay. I did get updates, though, from listeners on social media that Medicine Man did win goddamn tickets to Metallica.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
He didn't win them. One of his weird friends won and took him in.
Yeah.
If you're out there, 800-771-1025. If you're somebody who was out there, I would like to see how it went down.
I'm glad that Medicine Man got to go, and we gave him the tickets. 1025 The Bone gave him the tickets.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Because I got a bunch of pictures of him hanging out of the 98 Rock tent.
Yep, a 98 Rock tailgate, hanging out before the show with our tickets that he won from us.
So I saw a video last night late where Medicine Man was trying to get into Sunday's concert, asking for tickets at will call, and there were no tickets, and he was walking away, and people were videoing him walking away, saying how upset he was, and he was pissed off.
And I'm sure he said, "I'm Medicine Man from the Mike Calta Show."
Oh,
Yeah.
you should have said from 98 Rock.
Yeah,
because I guess he had a snake pit wristband, but you still
From
have,
the night before.
but you still have to have a ticket
Sure.
Yeah.
if you have the snake pit thing.
Yeah.
So, and he didn't have the ticket; he just had the wristband, which I don't know how he got that.
Because he won them from us
Oh, okay,
the night before.
right,
Or at the tailgate.
for the snake pit.
I guess.
Everybody was in the snake pit except Galvin. and me.
yeah, I paid for
Well,
my
Galvin
goddamn
didn't want
ticket.
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how this went down. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Good morning, Mike. How are you today?
I'm very good, sir. What's happening?
I just wanted to give you all a quick heads up because I know we've been talking about the Hooters thing for a while. The one in Newport Richie opens up today, sir.
Oh,
hell
I
yeah.
didn't know that. Thank you for the heads up. That's the nicest of the Hooters.
You're very welcome. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, let me ask you: will you be going since you're off the rails, or are you back on the rails?
Oh, no, I'm back on. I'm back on. Galvin.
You just drank or did you eat?
Well, Carmen, since you brought that up,
Oh.
Yeah, because you stopped your story. Don't think I.
I had 5 beers in a matter of less than 45 minutes.
Whoa!
Yeah, I was just chugging. I mean, there were like 2 big sips.
It's like a high school keg party.
Yeah. And then
Where was this? Where were you having the beers?
at Whiskey Willie's.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then I came home and was on the prowl, trying to get something to eat.
Yeah.
Something.
The good thing is I wasn't driving. That's good for 2 reasons. One, because I just had 5 beers,
Mhm.
and 2, because I can't go to a drive-through
Dude.
if I'm in the back.
How did you not go to Taco Bell after
Yeah.
beers at
That
Whiskey Willie's?
Was my dream.
Yeah.
Was to go to Taco Bell, but instead I went home, and then I went in the pantry, and I was on the prowl. I was like, "What do we have in here?" And then there's my wife has these things called brownie brittle. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
They're like
Sounds
hard
fantastic,
brownie
So
chips.
good.
Dude, I'm telling you, the next day I called my wife and I said, "We have a category 5 problem." She goes, "What happened?" I go, "I had 5 beers and ate the rest of the bag of the brownie brittle." But also, I don't know how I ate it. I don't know if I ate it out of the bag or if I just poured it all over myself while I was sleeping. I woke up, there were brownie crumbs everywhere in my chest hairs. The whole bed was covered in brownie crumbs.
They have like a salted caramel
Oh,
brownie brittle.
yeah.
It is so.
Again, we're the fattest show.
Yeah.
Back to talking about food.
I had to
pretty
stop
amazing.
buying it. Yeah, because I couldn't eat just like one serving. I would always like eat the bag.
Yeah. So I did. I ate the bag.
Oh.
And then Saturday night, I said to my son, I go, "Well, we're doing it. Let's just go out to eat somewhere." So we went to Donatello's.
Once you break the
But even
seal-
I went to Donatello's and I had fish.
Mm.
I mean, I didn't
Okay.
eat too bad. I didn't do that. I didn't go. I wanted a big plate of pasta, and I went there and I had
Yeah.
fish. So,
no bread, no.
I mean, I had a piece of bread, Gio.
Yeah.
Now that you
yeah.
bring it up, not a
Yeah.
lot,
Any
but I did have
apps?
a piece of bread.
I thought I saw some
had a
oysters.
salad. Oh yeah, we had oysters. Yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But no, that was good. And then I didn't have anything. Oh yeah, no. We went to the Hard Rock, and on the way out, since we were so rich, since Joey won so much money, we got coffees and little cookies on the way out. Yeah.
Little cookies.
Yeah, well, all right. It was a chocolate chip cookie the size of your head.
Yeah, I walked by there. They look pretty
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
I don't remember where the little cookies are there.
I don't know the little cookie shop.
Let me tell you, this is such a weird thing. I'm online. 2 things I observed in this while I was online in this thing. One is there's this gorgeous girl. Nah, I shouldn't say that. She was plainly attractive, if that makes more sense.
Sure.
Gorgeous implies that there was some sort of supermodel looking. She was plainly attractive and she was wearing a denim dress. And I looked at my son and I said to him, "Look at that girl. Her complete ass was hanging out of the bottom of her denim dress."
Mhm.
I was not offended by it. In fact,
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it. But I thought, how does that, first of all, Carmen, isn't that cold on your ass?
What?
Like when your ass is hanging out of a dress?
No, Well, we live in Florida. It's hot all the time. You just have swamp ass
Yeah, hot cheeks.
breathing out.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
hot. They were just like little sweethearts, like little. What are they like? Those sticky buns. They were like two little sticky buns sticking out of the bottom, and it was delightful.
The only thing I don't like is if you're like not in your car or if you go to a restaurant. Now
Sticking
you're
in the
just
seat.
the booth, like that rubber, whatever
The vinyl.
the vinyl,
Yeah.
you stick to it, and then you
Peel
have
off.
then you have to peel off, and then you have a mark on
Yeah.
your butt from it.
Yeah.
Or if it's cloth seats and you leave a mark.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Snail trail.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Gross. Well, anyway, that was one of the things I saw, and I was like, "Well, look at that." Then the other thing is the guy in front of me online. I make a healthy salary a year. I do okay. The guy in front of me online was like, "Yeah, we'll take 4 of those, 2 of these." God, like a $700 bill buying snacks at the counter. Who's doing that?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Somebody who just won, probably.
That's I said. I go
Celebrate.
either that guy won or that girl is really demanding that he's with because they would just pay everything she point to. He would just buy it. I went, that must be nice. Anyway,
Yeah, but
was-
I've said before, like staying anywhere, like you see like a family of 5 or whatever, and you're like, this weekend has to cost them $10,000.
any
Yeah.
Disney, any hockey game, any of that kind of stuff. That's exactly what I think of. Like this must be costing them a fortune.
Yeah. Speaking of hockey, you got Game 3 tonight of the Panthers and Oilers. They're in Florida.
What is this?
1-1.
Oh,
The
it's
series
1-1,
is
right?
1-1. Yeah.
Panthers win in Florida.
Oilers won the first one, and then Panthers won. So now,
Both overtime games, correct?
yeah, both overtime.
Yeah, Marchand is really just
Yeah.
Tight.
What a smart
beast.
move for them, man.
yeah.
I got to tell you, I crushed it. I went 4 for 4 in my picks for hockey, and 3 out of the 4 in the first period.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wild.
Did you see Marchand's mother?
No.
Yes.
Does she not seem younger than she should be?
They're young, though.
But he looks like. I mean, he's been playing forever, and he looks
yeah,
like
but also,
Luigi.
he's been playing forever. When did he come in the league? When he was 17? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's probably like, what, 36?
I know. I thought he was older than whatever
All
he
those
is.
guys
He's
are,
older.
like Alvin said.
Yeah, he's 37.
Yeah.
I saw that picture of him. Like that can't be his mother. That's his wife.
Yeah. You ever see Mike Evans' mom?
No.
Very
yeah,
young, yeah.
I guess.
Creep.
Yeah.
No, because he's right. I mean, she's
Yeah.
probably
She just
probably
looks,
our age.
Yeah, she looks like young, and you're like, oh, it makes sense because he's only like, years ago, he's like 25 years old.
Brad's been in the league for 19 years.
Jesus, good
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah,
Good for him, man.
like most of the professional athletes now could be your child.
Imagine that being 19 years in the league, you're 37 years old, you're not even 40 yet, and you're like, all right, I'm probably going to win this championship and retire.
Yeah.
And just
So he was
retire a multimillionaire.
18 when he was in there.
God damn, that's good. Licking faces and kissing guys and all those things you had to do to win. I can't believe Craig Gass didn't show up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild.
He's never been a no-show.
No, that's not like him. And especially since the Super Bowl, we had to bump him a bunch of times.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe he's getting back at us.
Maybe.
No, I mean, we hung out. Hold on. No, we hung out. We had a good Friday night.
The fact that his messages are going green is makes me think his
Right.
phone went dead or something.
All right, but how hard is it to charge your phone?
I'm just saying that's like it's odd that the green message is not blue on an iPhone.
I can't tell you how many times I was talking to Craig on Friday, and he goes, "Did I ever tell you about the thing?" I go, "No." And he goes, "I'm going to save it for Monday," and he made a note to save it for Monday.
Yeah.
show. He was prepared for the show. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers if you'd like to get through.
This says the messages turning green is obviously somebody who doesn't have an iPhone, or when iMessage is turned off on your device or the recipient's device. Is your iMessage turned off?
I don't think so.
It might
it
be if
also
his
happened-
signals, if he has no Wi-Fi.
Right. But
Green texts are sent via your carrier
Nope.
network, while blue texts are sent over Wi-Fi or cellular data.
so he may not have service. Oh, but it does do that when your phone dies. Like if your phone is off
Oh, okay.
because you don't have service.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I just know from times when other people have gone missing and I've texted them.
Oh,
I can't imagine who you're talking about.
Kind of the similar occurrence.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I've encountered
What did
this
you
before.
do?
Me? I did
Yeah,
nothing.
It's you.
No, we very cool. Craig always cool.
There's one common denominator. When
One
it
what?
one common
Took you
denominator.
a second there, yeah.
No, it didn't. I
All right.
said it. I just
You said
stumbled.
common dominator.
You messed it up.
It's
Okay.
all right. You got it. You nailed it. Go
Nope,
ahead.
done.
Go ahead. No, come on.
Nope,
please.
done.
Please.
No, it's okay.
No,
She was
no,
about to insult
I'm
me,
done.
so it's fine.
The one and only Dominator. The one and only Dominator.
She was building toward an insult at me, so let's let it die.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello.
Hello,
Kick
Mike.
it. Kick
Yeah.
your phone.
Craig, is that you?
Did you know you're ugly?
Oh, man. That was so good, dude. You burned him. That was good.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey, is there any way you can do stand?
Oh.
I was going to see if he'd open for the next
Yeah.
big comedian coming through.
Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Well, evidently I'm ugly, sir, but everything else is okay.
Hey, that dude Steve needs to go and suck something. Anyways, man,
Wait,
we
really,
all
let
know-
me ask for a second. So that guy is, I see it online all the time. Everybody's like, that's just Steve. So what does he do? Just call the shows and say dumb stuff?
Yeah, he calls every show. He thinks that he's so funny, and he just thinks that everybody's gonna laugh at whatever he says. He's just a loser.
Yeah.
Anyways, we all know that Mike O, he fixed that raffle to make Medicine Man get some tickets.
Listen to me. Stop right now. I'm going to tell you right now. Of all people that I know that have integrity, there's no way in the world. Carmen, get Mike Olivero on the phone.
Please. I can't with this guy.
All right, sir. Guy, tell me. Finish your call first.
Okay, well, let's just think about it. Mike O, he just so happened to have an extra pair of tickets at the last minute, okay? They gave away this last pair. It just so happened to be a raffle, a random ticketed raffle, which is the easiest thing to fix. So, and it just so happens that it's Medicine Man's buddy, so he can't make Medicine Man win them because that would be too obvious. But we're going to let Medicine Man's friends win them so that Medicine Man could go. Did Medicine Man threaten his life or something?
I don't think Mike Olivero cares enough to fix anything to make Medicine Man win. Like, I feel like he'd rather him not be there than be there is one of the reasons why I can't get behind that theory. So,
And I love Mike Olivero, but he's very much a pushover. If he was in he would just give Medicine Man tickets. He'd be like, I feel bad.
Which he does all the time.
Right, exactly.
So we're saying Medicine Man is just that lucky to where he just so happened to get the very last available pair of tickets?
well, he didn't actually get it. I mean, the other guy got it, and he took Medicine Man with him. That's you know what I mean? Like, the chances are of Mike Olivero giving the tickets, he would, like Galvin said, he would just give him the Medicine Man if that was the case.
And we had tons of tickets for weeks that he could easily pulled from just to give him the tickets.
Yeah.
A lot of people know Medicine Man as well.
He needs to go play the lottery or something because that is just crazy.
Well, he's lost every other lottery in life, so but I will see. I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Olivero and see if I can get to the bottom of that, sir.
All right. See you guys. I love you all.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of people know Medicine Man.
Yeah, I don't know. The only way that I would go to a concert of Medicine Man is if it was something that I wanted to see and he had the tickets. But even that, I think I would forego the ticket before going with Medicine Man.
I'd rather inject my wiener.
Right.
Oh.
Right. At least to get something out of it at the end. Carmen, can I answer the other calls while you're doing that? Okay. All right.
I don't know how many times we have to go over
What are you mean
this.
to me?
I'm getting an onslaught of texts from Craig Gass.
Oh, what are they saying?
Phone was off.
Holy yes, dude. Now he's typing.
Yeah.
My phone died.
Too much Pantera.
Yep.
My phone died.
Just woke up.
Mm-hmm.
He's typing. F.
It's too late now.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
We got another guest coming in.
Well,
Mm.
hope you had a good time.
he's typing again. He's just like it all just started pouring in at once. His messages are in blue now.
I don't want to jinx this, but I haven't had one of those moments in a while where I woke up and went, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Dude, I had one on Saturday. I woke up at 5:50 and thought it was a work day, and I jumped out of bed and went, "Oh my god, my phone!" And I ran into the bathroom, and then halfway through, I turned the lights on. I realized it was Saturday.
Best feeling in the world, though.
5:50. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Best feeling in the world. You just turn around and go right back to bed.
But the thought of like the fact that I'm going to be late and like, oh no.
Yeah.
Olivero did not answer.
All right, thank you, Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, have you guys heard of Beats by AI?
Beats by AI. No, I don't know. What is that?
All right. So apparently some genius made a program so AI writes country songs. There's only one that's radio friendly, and it's
God-made guns, but it is perfect for your country bingo.
All right.
You'll die laughing. It's so funny.
All right, I will check it out. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the heads up. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
Hello,
I don't
sir.
even know why I want to know this, but because I've listened to you guys for so long, it just sparks my curiosity. Medicine Man, like, why doesn't he work? I know he's 7. I know he's like 7 years old or somebody. He's probably collecting Social Security or whatever. He's probably got minimal bills. You know, he doesn't have a vehicle. You know, I'm not sure how he got the house. Maybe it was his parents.
So I'll tell you, he definitely has like some Asperger's, some autism to him. Like he's a fully functional adult, but he definitely has got some mental issues. He has a brother that he grew up with, that he lived in the house with his brother and his father. His brother is moved out and moved to a different state. His father passed away, and he gets to live in the house, and he gets an allowance every month through his brother that takes care of him. But he's fully functioning and lives on his own. I don't know that he could necessarily work a full-time job.
I understand that, but for somebody who I guess has Asperger's or whatever else he has,
right?
He's very aggressive when it comes to tickets, and it's like he needs to get them, and it's your responsibility because he called the show and he's been intertwined, and you've allowed him to.
He's the man, the myth, and the legend, according to him.
But he's also not a rational human being. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't. That's been removed.
Right, but I like Avocado, years ago, obviously he was, kind of, I don't know if he was the same kind of, person, as far as like a mental disability or whatever, but I remember him asking for tickets.
He would get aggressive on stuff. Avocado would get aggressive on stuff too. Like he'd kind of go along with stuff, and then he'd get mad, and then he'd get pouty and do those kind of things too.
You wouldn't let me go. You wouldn't let me go to the concert.
Yeah.
Avocado happened because he was in an accident, didn't he? Or didn't he have a drug overdose or something like that, where he was in a coma? So, I hope this helps you with your tree of discontent. Thank you, sir.
My favorite thing with Avocado is when after he died, we took clips of him talking and then convinced Medicine Man he was still alive.
He was so confused.
And he's like, "Oh,
so confused."
And then I felt bad because Medicine's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're still alive. People told me you died."
Oh, he was so confused. Mike Olivero.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Doing great. How are you?
How is night 2 of Metallica?
Awesome. I wish there was another 2 nights next weekend.
It really was. It really was good. I wish it would have been on a Friday and Saturday instead of a Friday and Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, they do it the day between, obviously, to do all the other things. I was talking to someone at the show, and they went and saw the movie, and I asked him how it was. He goes, I cried for an hour afterwards. He goes, it was just like, yeah, pretty much. But I want to see the movie now, too.
Was it Ethan?
It was not Ethan. No, Ethan was too busy filling in for Village People.
What was that hat that he was wearing in that video?
I think he wore his wife's hat. I don't know why, but
Why is his wife wearing that hat? Is she in the Village?
I don't know. I don't know how the Demetriuses work. I don't know.
Does he wear that around the office? We're not there a lot, so I don't know.
No, normally it's guns out. Sun's out, guns out for Ethan here at the office.
Okay.
And then he wears plaid pants, which I don't know why. But
all right, I'm calling you with a tough question.
All right, I'm here for it.
Okay. I don't want to put you in a bad spot, but a caller brought up a thing, and now other people are wondering, and I'm like, all right, well, let's just call Mike Olivero and find out.
Mm-hmm.
Did Medicine Man win those tickets for Metallica on Friday, or did you hook him up with him?
No. So all kidding aside, that person he's with, I don't know what his name is. He came in wearing a Metallica hockey jersey.
Right.
And he had glasses, and when he was filling out his info, because he had to touch my phone and stuff like that to enter his stuff, he legit won it from the raffle. I would not hook Medicine. I've given Medicine Man probably, I'm not even joking, $100,000 worth of tickets since I've known him. Maybe even more. I'm not joking.
No, that's what I said.
I've known him 30 years.
I said to the guy on the phone, I said, there's no way Olivero would hook up Medicine Man, and if he would just give him the tickets. He wouldn't, Galvin said he'd just give it to him. He wouldn't
fix a raffle.
Yeah. It just sucks that that's the way it works. He's a prize pig, and that's the way it works with the prize pigs.
When I saw the guy, I didn't know the connection and stuff, and then after he said, I was like, I started cursing. I was like, you got to be effing kidding me. But yeah, I mean, if I had tickets, I would have given them to Medicine Man, and I wouldn't, shake a contest for him.
And you wouldn't give him
Not
pit
him.
tickets.
Those weren't pit tickets; they were 300 level tickets.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, evidently he made his way down to the pit. Probably
Of
from
course he did.
hanging out at the 98 Rock tailgate after you gave him tickets.
Or he picked up somebody's snake pit wristband from Friday and tried to get in
That
Sunday.
might be true.
Yeah.
Did you get the voicemail that I left you over the weekend?
Me?
That he left me? I forwarded it to you and Gio.
Oh, no, I haven't
A
checked.
voicemail from Saturday. So I get a call. I'm on my way to the show last night. This is different from the voicemail. And it's someone I know works at the ticket office. They go, Medicine Man is here and insisting that you have tickets that you left for him. I go, NFW. And I said, no. I said, tell him to go away and pound sand. No.
He said that. He went to the box office and said that you were leaving
He went to
ticket.
the box office.
I told you.
Yeah, Mike Olivero, he dropped my name, Corey's name, your name. And I go, no, there's no tickets. Screw him.
People were posting videos of him walking away from the will call booth all pissed off.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Who told him he was getting tickets?
Oh, nobody. It's his
No,
words.
he left-
He knows.
No, he left me a elongated message going like, hey, if you have tickets for tonight and everything, just leave him a will call and stuff. And like, I mean, he'll make those demands. It's like, go F yourself.
That is so fun. Then he goes over to 98 Rock's tailgate and they saw him posting pictures of Meredith and he doesn't care. He's no loyalty.
The day of his birthday, he called in and I picked up the phone and I go, what? I go, I'm mad at you. I said, a couple weeks ago, you're there, you have a 98, whatever the radio station is, and you have their sticker. I said, go F yourself. I don't care if it's your birthday or not. You suck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot to get Mike Olivero.
I do hope you have a nice, I said, I hope you have a nice birthday, but you really suck for doing that. You have no loyalty.
No, he does not know what loyalty is. But also, sometimes we forget he's Medicine Man.
He knows how to make a pipe bomb. I know that much. So,
How do you know that?
When I was over at 98 Rock and he was talking to me, a dead kamikaze one day and telling us how to make one. I was like, great.
We should tell him to do that for tickets. Light one off in your backyard. All right, Mike Olivero, thank you. And thank you for all the hookups for Metallica over the last couple of weeks.
Anytime.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. There you go.
I mean, if you're Medicine Man,
Honky Kong.
Metallica hasn't been here in 15 years. I imagine they're not coming back anytime soon. This is probably his last time ever to see Metallica.
I agree.
He's not going to survive 15 more years.
I agree. And if he is, he's not going to be there at 90 going to see Metallica.
He probably would.
He probably would.
Oh,
Yeah.
Probably be in great shape, too. Well, there you have it. Mike Olivero will fix no contest.
Right.
Listen,
No.
and there might even be some of you people right now listening, shaking their head. Trust me, there's no way. There's no way.
No.
Well, not for Medicine Man. All right, we got to take a break. I will fix a contest, and I will play it when we come back. How do you like that? It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Now, Galvin, I got some stuff to give away.
Nice.
But before we do that,
Oh.
I would like to play the voicemail from Medicine Man that I had not heard that he evidently left for Mike Olivero.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mike Olivero. That was a blast at Hooters Friday. That was my friend Dave that won the tickets for Metallica. We got in, and also Dave is a Med Club member, and he got nominated and won Snake Pit for the evening, too, which all they give you is wristbands if you're a Snake Pit winner, and you needed tickets to get in the show to be in the Snake Pit. That's all it is. But any of you guys end up with Snake Pit wristbands for tonight, leave them in the box office for me. Me and Dave can go down there and get them and use them tonight. And don't let them go to waste. So it's Medicine Man. Leave it on message. And if it does happen, please text me and let me know if they're there.
There's more.
Just more left. It just stopped playing. Hold on. I don't know what happened. It just stopped playing.
Huh. Yeah, because there's a lot more where he gets into getting bandages for the thing on his foot.
Hey, Mike, all of you, if they're there. It was a fun day at Hooters, and I was at the Hardwire event last night, too. I feel it. I got to go to CVS and buy some bandages and gauze and padding for my instep in my right foot because I popped the water force there. It hurts like hell, and it's brutal. Gonna take his medicine, leaving the message.
Oh.
Hey, Mike.
Do you know his Medicine Man leaving
Yeah,
the message?
yeah. Got it.
Thank God he cleared that up for everybody.
By the way, don't let the pit passes go to waste.
Yeah.
Like, you would just be like, well, I don't think anybody wants pit passes for Metallica.
Just leave them there for me and text me and let me know.
Yeah.
And then have the balls to go to the will call and was like, "Hey, Mike Olivero and Corey Cardinal are supposed to leave these for me."
Well, Olivero did not text him, so
I think in his head, like when he like requests or asks for something like that, it just like to him that means it's getting done.
Right.
Like I don't think you know what I mean. Like in his mind,
just the ask is enough.
Well, do you
Right.
remember when we were clearly joking, or rather, you guys were clearly joking that I was going to pick him up and take him somewhere or do whatever? I've never picked him up. I have no idea where he lives.
That was
I
a
would
joke?
Never do anything. Whatever. And he was mad at me because I didn't do it. And I was like, dude, like they were joking. You can't be serious.
Just waiting outside.
Yeah.
But I think also the other problem is, and I don't really consider this a problem because I believe it's quite generous, is that like he's from Palm Harbor and Ruth Eckerd Hall is in Clearwater and he's been going to Ruth Eckerd Hall for 30, 40 years. They give him tickets. So it's kind of like when you feed the stray cat
Right.
keeps showing up because it knows it's going to get fed. So I think that's the problem is that they're feeding the stray cat.
And so are we.
He already got into night one in the snake pit, and he's still bitching.
Because that guy won tickets and something else. What else did he win?
He's, I guess, is that the Metallica club that he's in or something?
Yeah, the M Club.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
M
he
Club.
won snake pit.
Yeah, when I first listened to that message, I thought he said he's in Mensa Club. I was like, that can't be right.
So snake pit night one, that was not enough. I need night two as well.
Right.
And I need to be back on the floor.
It worked out for him. I want to know who is the guy who is like, I got 2 tickets. I'm going to take me and Medicine Man.
I mean, if you're there in the moment, maybe.
Also,
What moment? What moment is that?
Hey,
what moment
at
is
Hooters?
also, I saw a lot of those guys at Metallica that would take Medicine Man.
Yeah.
that? I don't know, dude. I don't think I know anybody in my life.
Most people like Medicine Man.
I like Medicine Man. I like Medicine Man.
Like,
Not enough to hang out with.
no.
I feel for some people, the idea of going to a show with Medicine Man is like an exciting thing.
Oh.
Because I've seen how people react to him at shows, and they are always very excited to see him. And he's constantly taking pictures and
Yeah, I know he's used to it and he likes it. But I don't know who the
remember when like you go to Chuck E. Cheese with your little kids and Chucky would come out and everybody's like, oh my god, that's
he's
like
not a mascot.
he's the Chuck
He's
E.
a
Cheese.
gross old man.
He's definitely a mascot.
he's the mascot.
I used to listen to Jonathan Brandmeier on the Loop in Chicago, and he had a guy, Piranha Man, that was a Pakistani guy, whatever they would call it in the show and do all this stuff, whatever. And if I saw Piranha Man, I probably would have been like, "Oh, Piranha Man!" Like, I would have been, but yeah, I don't want to go.
One time I was at WoHop and I saw High Pitch Eric and I was like, oh, there's High Pitch Eric from Howard Stern.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
but
just to see him.
I didn't want to look at him while I was
Right.
eating.
You know what blows my mind is people that get so excited when they're on the jumbo screen at a game.
Oh yeah.
That blows my mind. Like if they put the camera on me, I'd be like, hello, whatever. But like people that lose their mind, like that's the greatest thing that's ever happened to them.
Part of the reason I stopped going to Bucks games for a while because I cannot stand when we are losing and we are down scores and they do the Jumbotron and people are dancing, having a good time.
And then you were like, I'm not going to the games anymore
I'm like,
because of this?
it annoys me so much. Like, we are losing by 14 right now, and
This
you
is
are
not important to you.
dancing.
Yeah, you're
in
not
the
a fan.
stands.
I'm not getting a bonus on yardage. I
mean,
don't care. I'm still having a good
Hey,
time.
we got to win the game. We're here to win the goddamn
Yeah, so you
game.
think because
You
a
can't
fan
win every game.
No.
and because
Yeah.
a fan is having a good time is going to determine whether or not we win?
No,
When
it's not
we're-
determining whether you're gonna win or not, but I get it. Like
Read the room.
I'm not happy if
No.
my team's down. I'm not dancing.
No, I'm not either, but I'm not going to get mad at other people for
I'm
enjoying their
mad.
day.
I'm mad at you.
I'm
First off, yes, you are Mike.
Yeah, if
I'm
it's
a
lady-
dancer?
If it's a lady, you're gonna get
If
mad.
it's
at
a
her.
I'll get
lady,
mad. Yeah.
you're gonna want to push
You're
her
right.
off the
If
balcony.
she's loud.
yeah, and we're down by a touchdown with a minute and a half to go. I'm not dancing to the YMCA, having a great time. We're losing.
Yeah.
No, but that helps with momentum sometimes.
Yeah.
That like gets
a
you get
rally
the crowd going,
No.
and then that gets the players going.
If you don't care if the team wins or loses, and you're just there for a good time,
You
Yeah,
think the players want to look up and just see your mean mug?
I don't
sitting
like
there?
Yeah.
That's not what they want.
I mean, you could cheer, make noise, but you're dancing. No, we're not dancing when we're down.
Oh my god!
We're not
That should be a
dancing when we're
t-shirt.
down.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Tampa
they
Bay
should-
Buccaneers 2025.
Yeah, we gotta
We're not
score.
dancing when we're down.
They should put that up on you on the Jumbotron. It's motivating the crowd. We're not
trying-
dancing when we're down.
No, we're trying to win the game. And notice I say we.
Right.
We
Yeah.
are.
They're
Right,
playing
right.
really hard.
Everybody's effort.
Yeah.
Going
Gio's
into
on the
it.
roster.
Stop dancing. if we're winning, yes, dance your asses off. YMCA, do it all. I love it. Macarena. I mean, whatever you want to do when we're winning. Because, rub it in the other team's face. But we're down. We're losing. No. We're down. We're not dancing.
Can we start football? Can it just be started? Come on, let's go.
I think it's like 16 Sundays or something like that. Maybe less.
I know, but it's kind of like the cruise. The more you think about it, the longer it takes. And
I know.
If you just ignore it, it just shows up one day.
Yeah. I mean, OTAs are starting and then training camp. So it'll be here. It'll get here.
What is the schedule? What is our event schedule? We have, obviously we have June 20th, Whiskey Willie's. That's just a fun thing for us to do.
Right.
But then we have July 4th, Pitbull Toddlers at the Beach Club in Sarasota.
Yes.
Then
Siesta Key.
Siesta Key. Then July 18th is the Sunset Beach, the beach party weekend. And then I got a vacation in August. So I'll be gone for a week in August. Then September is my birthday, which I don't really care about my birthday, but we always find some reason to do something cool during that time. We got a lot of things happening in a short amount of time.
I'm thinking about going to Vegas in November.
All right, I'll go. What are you doing this week? Where you're leaving? You're going away?
Yeah, Wednesday I'm heading up to Destin.
Oh, okay. All right.
And we're like normal.
I mean, I don't know.
Are we all taking off?
No, we're definitely not taking off.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be like normal, Carmen.
Okay.
Have Medicine Man come fill in.
Yeah.
Don't
put
put that out there.
He is the Chuck E. Cheese of Tampa Bay.
Yeah, today's top story.
What would that be like?
Oh, man.
To try and have him come in and sit on the show?
Yeah, but like to just would he sit there in silence or would he sit there and just chirp the whole time?
It would be talk like you're talking to Gio.
Gio, let me ask you a question. On Tuesday when we go into the what's that?
Huh?
Oh, I was talking to Gio. When we go out to the camp on Tuesday.
I say yes, we do it.
No.
Are you done with those peanuts?
But he will not like that. Oh, we're on the radio? Like, no idea. Just,
The worst thing the medicine man does is laugh at himself.
Yes.
Like, why don't you go and make a poop?
But also think about when you're trying to have a conversation with him. He will not stop talking or he'll talk over top of you. You'll be like, hey, medicine man, I have to go on his team, and like just won't listen to what you're asking him or anything.
No, he'd be impossible.
Yeah. I mean, he could sit in with Carmen.
Put him in the studio there.
Absolutely
on
not.
that side.
Listen to me.
You guys gonna enjoy a little grumpy gringo together?
I mean,
I said this 20 years ago, and I will say this again, and I believe it with all my heart. You put a show on that is Medicine Man and Love Tiger for an hour, and don't give them anything but the power to talk, and it'll be the best goddamn show you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah.
And there's no way around it.
Oh, it would be a lot of talking over, though. I can't handle that. Like, I'm someone, if I'm listening to the radio and someone is playing with their phone and they have the volume on their phone and they're listening to a video, that like drives me insane. It gives me a headache.
That is one of those things that should have been on the list, Galvin.
Yeah.
Is when people are watching their phones too loud.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I just imagine Love Tiger and Medicine Man. They would just talk at the same time.
I don't know. I
think
it'll start out that way, but I think it'll even itself. It'll equalize itself.
Love Tiger is a trained radio professional
for years.
That's been on the air in this market for decades.
He's the host.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Right, he powers the show.
He is a host.
He is the me of the show, and Medicine Man's more of you, Galvin, where he just throws the funny stuff.
Right, yeah.
You guys are the same.
I still have been trying to help Love Tiger find a way to sneak onto the show without his family knowing.
Yeah, I mean, what if we use a different name?
Yeah, that's possible.
How is his foot?
Last time I talked to him, he didn't say anything about his foot, but he said that his family would not let him come on the show anymore.
His family would not let him come on the show that helped turn the water onto his house and help clean his pool and do all these things for him. That's the family.
Yeah, and I was like,
the show they want to help.
I told him, like, we need you back. I would like to try and I could help sneak you on the show. They'll never know.
Right.
And he said, no, it's too dangerous. I don't want to take that chance.
What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Put him in the room with no water?
I have no idea. But that's where the conversation left off. Well, it was too dangerous.
I hope one day he finds the gusto to call in. Go against his family's will.
Much like Craig Gass, he's not going to be here today.
Yes, huh? First time he ever missed out.
That's what he says. So not my fault at all. I didn't make his phone go dead.
But can I tell you something?
I bet it was because he was texting you. Because it's never happened before.
He did say this is the first time it's ever happened. He's been a frequent radio guest on countless radio shows.
But can I tell you that this is the same reason why I didn't go to Metallica last night? He was too tired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're there till midnight. You're there till 11:30 and the show's over.
He wanted to come in at 7. I said, let's push it to 8.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. All right. I'm sorry. I know we're going to play a game. We're going to play a little Who's My Baby's Daddy, but I got to take a break first, get some commercials in, and come back, and we'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. John Sarasani is also going to be here in the 9 o'clock hour. This is 102.5 The Bone. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. Have you heard that James Hetfield won't take pictures with people anymore?
I did hear that.
Where did you hear that?
There was, I think I may have, maybe Twitter?
I was just reading, there was a picture of a kid, and it looks like the father, some adult, taking a picture with James. It looked like that was in Burns. And there were a bunch of comments that said, "Oh, cool! I heard he doesn't take pictures anymore. That he won't take pictures with people." And I'm like, "Well, that's kind of weird."
Well, they said that he'll stop and
talk to you,
talk with you.
Yeah,
but he doesn't want to get a picture because someone was like, "Yeah, I talked to him for about 5 minutes. He was super nice." And then at the end, I asked for a picture. He said, "No, I don't do pictures."
I think I did hear him say that before, where he was like, "I'll talk. Let's have a conversation. Like, why do you want a picture and stuff?" And maybe because it was a kid, he was like, "All right, I'll take a picture with kids," but adults,
I saw him taking pictures around the stadium with Jason
seems,
Light.
Yeah,
it
seems like I see a lot of pictures of people with James Hetfield. So I
have a picture with him, from forever ago, but he was cool as hell when I met him.
Yeah.
They were all cool except Jason Newsted.
Right.
He was the only dick. He wanted no flashes because it hurt his eyes.
Yeah, when I met Metallica, Trujillo was already in the band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who has now been there longer than Newsted was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the longest bass player they've ever had in the band.
19 years, I think it was, it said.
Because Cliff died.
Right. Then Newsted.
McGovey, the original guy, whatever, he
I don't even know that guy.
Well, before they, became Metallica.
Right.
But, because Cliff died, and then...
What happened? Their bus got in an accident?
Yeah, their bus hit some black ice. And they were in the bus.
Don't call them black ice.
Black ice.
Nice. Oh.
And then he flew out of his bunk and
oof.
Yeah.
I knew it was a bus accident. I just didn't know whose fault or what actually happened. Anyway, they still pay tribute to him. They did at the concert on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Carmen, any FOMO from hearing all the talk about it at all?
About Metallica?
Yeah.
No, none at all. It's so crazy. I had so many people reach out to me asking if I was going to be at the show. And I was like, do you guys even know who I am?
Right.
Right. It does, not at all. One, I'm not a big concert goer. And two, Metallica?
Yeah.
Me? Metallica? I don't know where that coordination is, but a correlation. Oh, Jesus.
Close enough. You're fine. I wasn't calling you out on that one.
You wanted to.
I mean, it hurt it. I heard it in my head. Yeah.
The one and only Dominator.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was like, no. But even my girlfriend that I used to hang out with in Plant City, Ashley, the other one,
right?
Not
new Ashley.
Yeah, but she's like a tiny little blonde, has a 7-year-old, and she was going. She was like, "Are you going to be there?"
Yeah, but I think Metallica is so big that it's an event. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like people, I know Enter Sandman, and
I do know a lot of people that went that didn't deserve to go. You know, like a lot of chicks I know that went because they went with somebody else, or they went just because it was the cool thing to do in town.
Right. They just wanted a picture.
Right.
And their slutty tops.
Which is I'm not mad at that
fun.
either.
Right. Yeah.
Stand by for a second. Medicine Man?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been better.
I've been listening to those 3 days of doing Metallica stuff.
Now, you won tickets, or you didn't win, but your friend won from the Bone.
Yeah, I know. We went Friday night.
I wasn't telling you, yeah. You went Friday night, and then why did you assume that Saturday or Sunday, rather, that we would just have snake pit passes for you at the will call?
I thought maybe it may surprise me. I don't know.
Oh, it's birthday.
Why would we surprise you after you spent the day hanging out at the 98 Rock tailgate?
I stopped to say everybody. I stopped to say see everybody around the place.
So then, why didn't you get your tickets from them?
I didn't ask them from them.
Well, why do you only ask? Why do you only ask me for tickets?
Because I like you.
Oh, and then
That's
the way,
right. I mean, I like him too.
he likes you so much, he'll allow you to give him tickets.
Thank you, Medicine Man.
And no one believes you
It's
didn't
not the
ask
ticket-
98
it's
Rock
not
for
the tickets.
tickets.
Yeah, my friend Dave, when they won the tickets, he's at the Met Club, and he won snake pit tickets on Friday from the Met Club
Jesus.
fan club. I had it stuffed up.
Yeah.
All that marijuana smoke, and it's not just tickets he got from that, just wristbands to get down an upgrade from where we are down to the snake pit. It was
So how
awesome
about
down
this?
there.
This guy won the wristbands from Metallica and then won tickets from us.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy
Without
wins.
us, he wouldn't have got in with the wristbands.
Oh, it's got to be
If
real.
you didn't have the tickets, you wouldn't got in there with the wristbands.
I just said that.
Yeah.
That's how they work.
I know.
But
So how did he get in?
me after
How'd you get in
Sunday,
Sunday?
it
then?
was so great, and his tickets are way up in the nosebleed, and I hate it up there, and that's why I was trying to pursue to get any ticket upgrades someplace in the box office or whatever. Anybody would have had them, because I hate it up there because it's like the bands sound like crap up there, especially the two opening acts.
So
Santana
you
and Suicide.
thought because you were uncomfortable up there, you would just go in the box office and get an upgrade.
asked for a scrape. I was not bitchy at all. I was pretty
No,
nice.
I
to the
didn't
people,
say you were
know?
bitchy. I think that is you're just assuming that would be available to you is quite presumptuous.
And maybe with my friend Dave maybe won another set or something. So we tried,
You thought
it was very. We went up to our level, but it was very uncomfortable up there. I don't like looking down. I almost had vertical up there, being so high up.
So how did you get in on Sunday?
Well, Dave had tickets from a friend wired to him for being up that level.
Who is Dave that he's hanging out with you so much?
So it looks like Dave looks like Flanders. That guy.
Is it Flanders or is it a different guy?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
him. Yep.
Flanders
Oh.
with the fat wife.
Then who's
Yeah.
Jeff?
Oh my god.
Who's
Jeff is the guy who drives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff didn't make it out, but his wife and his wife and her fat friend made it out there.
So Flanders' fat wife didn't go, but Jeff's fat wife's friend made it out. I'm so confused.
Yeah, it is confusing. It's funny as hell, but all this walking killed me too.
How the hell do you get all the way out to the Hard Rock? That's very far from your place.
Well, Dave's in the Met Club along with the people from the Hardwire band, and we got in that place too for Saturday night. Maybe about 450 people were there at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh, it was in the cafe?
Yeah,
Oh, I should have went to that.
it was kind of cool, but it started like 10:30 at night, and then like almost to 1.
Wow. Well, that's even better.
You were there at that time, weren't
I
you?
was there, yeah.
It was cool. They were a bunch of good people from the East Coast of Florida,
All
Hardwire.
right. I'm having like a real conversation with you now. All right. Well,
Yeah,
what?
my head is
What?
so stuffed up from marijuana smoke last night from all over the place.
Marijuana doesn't stuff up people's heads.
Does he want to come in and host the show with Carmen?
Will you fill in
No.
for us next week while we're out on vacation? Medicine Man, listen.
That's cool.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening. All right, listen. You know the rules, though. It was whoever wins Metallica tickets can't win for a year now, so you're out for a year.
I know.
Okay.
Actually, my friend Flanders is the one that won.
Yeah, but anybody associated with you, you're out.
If you were in the seats with him,
Right.
you're out.
Back to 98 Rock you go.
I was. No. I kind of. Well, Dave bought tickets for that 98 Rock tailgating party, and I had to go with him.
Bought tickets.
Oh, I didn't know that. Who charges tickets
Yeah,
for
so-
tailgate?
So I had to stay with Dave. So no matter where you go, I had to go with him.
All right, let me ask you a question, and you have to answer honestly.
Yeah.
If the house is on fire and you can only save one person, and inside that house is me and the big rig Ronnie Michaels, who do you save?
I would save you first, and Ronnie Michaels, then my Metallica collection.
No. Listen to me. You're not paying attention. One person lives, one person dies. You're the only difference maker. Who do you save, me or Ronnie Michaels?
I would flip a coin, and then probably end up being you.
You would flip a coin. I'm not your immediate answer.
I would say, and Mike, I would definitely save you first.
I don't feel like you would. I feel like you're just saying that now. You've
I would.
hurt my feelings.
No, I would save you.
Well, let's hope
I'm
it
just.
never comes down to any situation I'm at where you have to save me.
I dread fires.
Dreads them.
All right.
I don't like having no fire happening.
All right. I gotta go. I gotta go. You've completely.
Hey, Mike, I gotta take care of my plantar fascia injury on my foot. It hurts like hell.
I heard you went and got bandages and everything.
It hurts like hell, and also my knee hurts like hell.
I don't really care anymore. It's getting to be too much.
You sure you don't want to have him come fill in?
No, yeah, no.
Wait.
Yeah.
Real quick, we don't need someone to fill in, right? Galvin's just taking off? No. Or do I need to get a best of ready?
Yeah, you need to get the best of. We had this conversation. I'm just kidding.
I was going to say,
I'm just kidding.
I just looked at the calendar.
I'm just kidding.
Listen, don't do that to me.
I'm just kidding.
It gives me anxiety.
I know I have to play a game, but I don't have time. So, hi, who is this?
My name is Bill.
Bill, you're just going to be the winner. I don't have time to play the game, so I'm going to put you on hold.
I appreciate that, sir.
Thank you. Sorry to make everybody wait. I ran out of time, and my guest is here. So I'm going to take a break. When we come back, John Sarasani will be in the studio with us. You know John from Instagram. If you don't know him, go look him up. He is a gambler. He is loud. He is from Chicago, and he has made quite the name for himself. I started following him, became online friends with him. He's been on the show with us before, and he'll be in the studio with us next on 102.5 The Bone. In the studio with us is John Sarasani. If you're on Instagram, it's hard not to see him. It's hard. You were forced into my algorithm.
I will tell you, my algorithm is John and girls that don't wear bras. Those are the two things.
Bravo to both of those. Yeah.
I like them both.
Yeah. I didn't even follow a lot of gambling stuff, and you years ago came into my thing, and there you were. You were aggressive, but you were but I also like people with strong personalities, and you were aggressive, and you were talking about gambling and talking about, and I was like, yeah. So I watched it for a while, and then one day, I'm just backstorying for the people who don't know. One day I saw that you were in Tampa, and I reached out to you, and I was like, hey, I follow you. If you're in Tampa, I do a radio show. I'd love to have you on. And I even think you were a little hesitant because at first you were like, well, what are we talking about? I'm like, I just want to talk about you and why the hell I know who you are and that you're in my algorithm and all that. And then, and you were like, yeah, I'll come by. And then when you came by, it turned out that Bert also followed you.
Right.
And Bert loves you because Bert's always like trying to turn other people on. He's like, you got to follow this guy. You got to follow this guy. I do remember, though, I saw him that he told Jimmy Kimmel to follow you. And then Jimmy Kimmel's like, I don't know why I'm following this guy.
What's funny is, though, Jimmy Kimmel never unfollowed me.
Oh, really?
In fact, like 2 months ago, he posted something, and it just got me thinking. Yeah. And I go to check to see if he's still following. He only follows like 1,400 people.
Oh,
so
that's
it's kind of
so
cool
funny.
he's following me.
Yeah.
So I decided to shoot him a DM. I go, hey, man, I know I'm probably not your normal cup of tea, but just so you know, I think it's cool that you're still following me. And he goes, no, that's cool, man. You teach their own. Like, he replied back immediately.
Yeah, he seems like an all right guy.
It was fine. But the thing is, when I posted him, because I took the excerpt of his interview with Bert on there.
Yeah.
And it was around that time. Well, I guess it's always the time, but you know, people get political and stuff against Jimmy Kimmel on some things. So the comments kind of went freaking nuts. And here I am trying to I'm moderately flexing that Jimmy Kimmel's following me.
Yeah, but also
all the commenters are ripping him apart.
Yeah.
F him, he doesn't know who you are.
He is kind of
know who he is in 10 years.
Yeah, we really like Jimmy Kimmel and what he does, but his politics is just garbage. And but so it's hard to like somebody and separate their politics from it, but it doesn't really matter.
You know,
I got a huge Sarasani hater yesterday.
What's that?
A guy I ended up having a block on Instagram. Let me tell you who I hate the most. Okay. I don't know how you feel, and I bet you get a lot of haters.
Yeah.
I hate the guys who tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
Right.
I hate that. This nobody from Schaumburg yesterday was mad that you were going to be on the show today.
From Schaumburg?
Yeah. and I said, why are you mad? And he was like, he's the bottom of the barrel. And I said, he's an interesting guy, and I will talk to anything that anybody I find interesting. Plus, he's a big influencer on social media. I'm like, that's the hot guest right now.
Yeah.
Then in this guy, he became what we call a smart mark. He's the kind of guy who has to tell you everything he knows.
Right.
Well, radio's dying and this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, you know what? I just did that. I just flicked them. I blocked them. I'd much rather. There's people like that. You could dislike me, and I won't block you. I don't care about that. You could hate me. You can come at me. That's fine. It's the people who think that they're smarter than me, or they're going to teach me something, or they know better than go to hell.
Yeah.
Go do your own thing.
I'll tell you what, man. So I've been recently building up my YouTube audience.
Yeah.
Because I had a little problem with Instagram for a while ago. Dude, I need a secondary platform.
What happened with Instagram?
Well, they banned me a year ago.
Why?
I think it was a bot attack. So haters could come at you from different angles and send bots to your account.
Yes.
Fools the Instagram AI to thinking like you broke a community guideline violation when you didn't.
Right.
So it was a combination of that and some of my stuff's a little bit on the edgier side. But
is there anyone for you to reach out to?
No.
There isn't, right?
No,
it's like
it's
almost
brutal.
impossible to
It's
talk to
brutal.
anybody. Yeah.
So when I came back, and I always thought this was like an urban legend, people always like, oh, I'm shadow banned. I'm a shadow banned, meaning that your page is there, but they're not pushing it to anyone.
Right.
Well, it's real, bro. It's real because for months I was sitting there, and you could go into your insights and look and see what percentage of people are following. Like, okay, of these views, what percentage were followers and non-followers? And
Yeah.
I'd be like 99.2% followers, meaning they're not pushing my stuff out to any
Other people,
non-followers.
yeah.
And it was like that for a while. But anyway, when I started building up my YouTube, it was kind of like a blessing in disguise, right?
Wait, can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
Were you, and I don't want to overstep my boundaries,
Yeah.
but were you monetizing your Instagram to a way that it was profitable for you, or were you just kind of making some money off it?
So I never really did any of that or cared about it.
Because that wasn't your ultimate goal when you first started doing it. No.
And we're there now, though.
Yeah.
It largely because of these casino deals. But but anyway, the whole YouTube commenters love to kind of just like they think they're better than you because they happen to follow other influencers.
Right.
Hey, just so you know, Mr. Handpay does this. I go, dude, like, go follow him, bro. I don't get good for you. I'm actually friends with him. We're two different people. But it's interesting the thing you just said about that Schomburg guy, bro. Because first of all, why is the Schomburg guy following you in the first place?
He evidently was from. For some reason, people from Chicago more than ever love to come here and tell you how they did it in radio in Chicago. My best friend, I think I told you this, his brother played football for your father.
Okay.
Is from Schaumburg, from Palatine, that area, and I know a lot about that. I also know about Steve Dahl and the other Jim Shorts guy and what's the other guy's name. I don't care. I grew up in New York. I listened to one guy my whole life, and I hear enough about Howard Stern. I don't have to hear about every other.
Right.
Anyway. Those kind of people, they move, and then they think if you don't do it like their hometown, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what's crazy about that is I know Steve Dahl. You and him would probably be like,
I have no problem with it. I have
no.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I know people who love him and grew up listening to those guys, Brandmeier and those guys.
Yeah. But here's what's crazy about these, it's just funny that the guys from Schaumburg, anyone that actually pays attention to my message, never feels that way about me. Everything you just described, no one ever feels that way about me if they stick around and F around and find out. Okay?
Right.
Because they're going to see that I'm a good dad. They're going to see that I bet on myself and took a risk. And yeah, my stuff comes across a little abrasive sometimes. But listen, dude, that's to get you to pay attention.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear from the meek guy that tells you, maybe a good chance.
Well, and people get mad, man, because the gambling thing was secondary, bro. My original thing, dude, was this right here, the 2,000% raised message. And that's, hey, corporate America's trying to trick you, buddy. They're trying to keep you in this little role here, and they're going to give you fake incentives that keep you on that hamster wheel, like job titles, like the President's Club conference. But listen, bro, you take yourself, put yourself on top of the organizational chart, meaning be your own boss and do the same thing. They don't want you to feel, it'll never work. It'll never work. Why? Why won't it work? Actually, they start peeling back the onion and asking those questions, and that's my message. So a lot of people take it like, oh, he's crapping on W-2 employees. Dude, are you kidding me? My dad's a union. My dad, rest in peace, is a union high school teacher in Illinois.
Right.
High school football coach and gym teacher. My brother followed in his footsteps as a history teacher and football coach. I have an uncle that's a teamster. This is the world I came from, but I had the audacity, I guess, to leave a job in white-collar America for $1 billion organization called Arthur J. Gallagher and do it myself instead. And it worked. And to this day, those guys at Gallagher are still working. And if it wasn't for the social media stuff, they'd be kind of like little buddy in me. They'd be condescending me. Oh, how did that whole company you started go, pal? Like it's because of that brainwash, bro. So I try to make people aware of that. And it rubs people the wrong way. And
do you think it's because it's probably like you said, the aggressive way that you do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it. I mean, look, I have two great examples. I'm one of them. I'm certainly a guy who followed his dreams and did what he wanted to do.
Right.
And my buddy Pete, the guy I was just telling you about from Schaumburg, Pete. And I was telling my son, I have a 19-year-old son.
Yeah.
Driving around, who's dying to meet you, by the way.
Awesome.
Driving around, and on Saturday night, we were going to the Hard Rock.
Okay.
And I said to him, I said, the funny thing is, me and Uncle Pete, we used to drive around on Saturday night trying to find something to do while holding Pete's headliner up in his Beretta because we couldn't afford to get the headliner fixed on his car. And now Uncle Pete drives a Lamborghini, which is how it works.
Boom.
You got to go chase your dreams and do what you want to do. And there's no other way, or else you're going to be a slave to somebody else for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And in people's defense, that they'll see, because the way the Instagram algorithm works, unfortunately, is they push out what's getting that traction, right? And so sometimes the ones that are a little bit more controversial are the ones that end up getting pushed out.
Sure.
Me with this mentally disabled girl in Chicago or in Schaumburg that we did this thing for her mom, and bought flowers and did this whole thing. Yeah, that's great, dude, but like 35,000 views instead of 500,000 like other ones.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
But if you're not following me, you're not going to see it. You're never seeing that post.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's fine, man. It's fine. And and then unfortunately or unfortunately, the ones that are like supposed to be satire.
Yeah.
But people don't know me well enough to understand satire. It's like, dude, because I flex this waterfall in my living room, bro. I go, dude, listen, I grew up in Schaumburg on the mean streets of Schaumburg, dude, and look at me now, bro. I got a waterfall in my living room. People are like, what are you talking about, dude? Schaumburg's not a rough area, bro.
Dude,
I could buy that waterfall. Then go buy it, dude. Go buy it, dude.
The waterfall is the best thing. And the fact that you pointed out, it's so great. It's so great. That's so
people
funny.
off though, bro. Even like good guys. There's this guy named Brad Lee in Vegas that has a pretty popular podcast. He was like, dude, that waterfall's like 10 grand. I go, then why don't you have one, bro?
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing here this weekend? I know the Hard Rock had a bunch of influencers. Like I saw slot guys. How are you a slot influencer,
bro?
You put the quarter in, you push the button,
brother.
I don't understand how it works.
Dude, much like how Machine Gun Kelly has sold out to pop music.
Right.
If you see me start posting slots, I'm sold out. I'm sold out, bro. Yeah, dude. So,
do you have any insight as to what it takes to make you a good slot player? I mean, you're just putting money in and pushing the button.
So I'll give everyone a little secret sauce here, okay? First, me playing blackjack, and then there's a few other guys that are big high limit guys that are influencers. This guy named Exposed is one of them that plays big. Okay, all right. When I go play blackjack, dude, I'm fully planning on winning every session I play.
Right.
Okay, and I developed a strategy, and I've shared it with people now, and I go, this is the way you win, man. Casinos will hate you for it, okay? Slot players don't look at it like that, not the slot influencers. They know full well that they're going to lose, okay? So what they're doing is they're trying to take that edge over time, okay, by making up for that casino advantage with their free comps, with free play by just walking into the casino.
So they're saying just at the end of the day,
their YouTube revenue,
right,
all that kind of stuff. And someone like, what did you say, Lady Luck? Is that her name?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's some big woman slot. I think her name's Lady Luck.
I think I made that up, and it just so happened to be somebody.
Yeah, no, it's something like that. And the casinos love it when they come, because to the casino, dude, they don't care if you win or lose on slots. They want that top line dollar to go up, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. In blackjack, if I show up at a casino and I win $100 grand, go do it twice, do it 3 times, do it 4 times. You do that on the 5th time, they might not let me keep playing there. Okay?
Yeah.
And I actually had a situation I could tell you about with Hard Rock on that. But slot players, they don't care, because slots are pre-programmed where X percent is being paid out.
Yeah.
It's a machine. Okay. They don't care if Mike gets $2 million and you lose $2.5 million. They're making $500,000. They don't care how that money's distributed. Whereas a good blackjack player shows up and wins 80 grand. Okay, you know what? If John Sarasani didn't walk in that door this weekend, we'd have 80 grand more.
Right.
So
they're not counting on that money going out necessarily.
Exactly. So they love slot influencers. So these slot influencers, they'll get them to come in. They're out there promoting slots.
What do you basically you there's no strategy.
No, I think it's
so. All you could just be is like a show, you know.
You'll hear some of them talk. I literally don't pay attention to it. I kind of just tune out. But I think there is a method to the madness in terms of what machine you pick. And
I think they go with the pay line. If the pay line gets to a certain point, they think it's going to pay out here soon, whatever. Yeah. So there are little things like that and stuff.
Okay.
I don't really know because I don't really play slots that much, but that's what they're
But I don't think. But are they? They're never claiming that they have the edge, though. I don't think they're ever saying that they have. I mean,
no, but what you're saying makes so much more sense. By the end of the day, if you look at their profits and loss and the time that they got and the vacation they got out of the deal and their YouTube exposure, that makes sense.
Well, not just the exposure, the revenue. The revenue. Yeah. And someone like Lady Luck's for sure probably getting an appearance fee to walk in the door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
It is crazy. I got to tell you, though, man, I'm on the verge of that myself, dude, and I haven't even really focused on it. Like these other people are doing it for a living, I'm assuming. I don't speak out of turn, but for me, this was just... Dude, this was all a function of my anti-W2, not even anti-W2, anti-corporate America message, be your own boss. All this gambling stuff came as a result of me talking about the lifestyle you could have if you take this risk on yourself.
Right.
If I didn't bet on myself back when I quit my job in 2005,
you wouldn't have a waterfall.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have a waterfall. I would not have a limestone garage.
That's right.
But and limestone garage is another one that pisses people off. They go, dude, limestone's not even expensive. I go, deal with your aluminum siding, buddy.
What now? Don't get mad at me. Yeah. At one point, you've been with a lot of hot girls in your videos.
All right.
But at one point, one was your daughter.
Okay.
Is that right? You got to differentiate. The guy was like, look at Sarasani. He's pulling ass. And I go, oh, wait, I think that one's his daughter. Well, she's beautiful. Yeah.
Well, dude, my daughter, man, it's kind of cool. She's 22 years old, bro. She's living in Miami.
Maybe she wants to meet my son. Well,
there you go, dude. I mean, honestly, bro, probably at least twice a week she'll message me. Dad, I don't even know how you go out in public now because some people come up to her that recognize her from my videos. So.
Does she think it's cool or does she think it's a pain in the ass?
She thinks it's really cool.
It's
really cool. Yeah.
So we went Saturday night. My son got a bug up his ass and wanted to go. We drove over to Hard Rock.
Yeah.
And we played for a little while, and I valeted my car. And on the way out, I'm getting valet, and I see some guy who recognizes me, and he's with two girls, and they're like, "Can we take a picture?" And I go, "Yes." And I looked at my son, and I go, "Me with two girls? Look, I'm very famous." Nothing, doesn't care at all,
brother. I'll get DMs, especially when I'm in Vegas, dude, because sometimes it gets to the point of Vegas where if it's going hot, if the page is hot at the moment, like I can't walk more than 20 feet without somebody.
Sure, it's Vegas, yeah.
So I'm in the food court at the promenade level over at Aria, and I can see these people keep looking at me, and I'm with this girl, and me and this girl just started talking recently at the time, and I see them looking, and I'm like, all right, well, it's kind of weird. I don't know if this girl knows that much about me, whatever. Sure enough, I get a DM later. Hey, man, saw you in the promenade at Aria, bro. Didn't want to interrupt you, but would have loved to, say hi and get a picture with you. I go, bro. Always come up to me.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it. Yeah.
I'm not making money off this stuff. This is the only thing I really get out of it is being recognized.
Yeah,
like that.
I tell people all the time. They're like, "I hate to bother you." I'm like, "You're bothering me, making me feel like the coolest guy in the world."
Exactly.
You know what I mean? No, and the people. It's weird because the people that don't appreciate that are really the ones who are the douchebags.
Well, dude, you guys got me thinking about it. And my friend Ray here drove me over here today, and you were talking about James not taking pictures anymore.
Yeah.
With Metallica, and it just got me thinking. I would imagine at some point, you see
reach a limit.
Yeah, you see Justin Bieber going off on paparazzi and all this stuff. Like at some point, it turns. But I ain't there yet, bro. I'm cool now, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And I will tell you, I get it. Kid Rock said that too. Kid Rock's like, I'll sign whatever you want to sign. I just don't want to take any pictures anymore.
Yeah.
And probably because people never have their camera ready. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And they also, when they want to tell you dumb stories, or they're, hey, well, one time I saw you when you were in, and he doesn't care about that.
Yep.
Just get in and get your picture and get the hell out of there.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
make it easy.
Exactly.
All right. So what are you doing here this weekend? Did you come in to do work, or just to see Metallica, or to kind of hang out?
You know what, man? Me and you had DM'd a little bit and said you'd have me on the show again at some point. I'm going to look for an excuse to come out there at some point. And then I saw Metallica playing. I'm like, F it, let's do it. This is only my second time at the Tampa Hard Rock. The first time was a success.
Right.
So I'm like, I got to get out there again. We did a live stream last night.
So can I ask you, do you reach out to the Hard Rock, to your casino host, and be like, hey, I'm coming in. I'm going to need a room. I'm going to need Metallica tickets. I'm going to need, like, what do you get? That's the life. That's what I want.
Yeah. So it's more of a...
I couldn't even get reservations at Council Oak on Saturday. Yeah.
Well, exactly. And you couldn't stand in line to pay a $500 for
right,
$500
exactly.
steak. Let me pay $500 for the steak, please. No, so unfortunately for me, all right, It's a function of me being a high limit player right now, more so than an influencer.
And you got a good combination of both going.
I really do. And the issue is, though, that the hosts will always want to dominate that relationship because they have the most skin in the game.
Yeah.
Really, what I need to be doing is probably what the Lady Lucks of the world are doing, where they're not even dealing with their host, they're dealing with their marketing department.
Okay.
So I have a couple of those relationships currently, and it changes everything because now it's not really just based on play and all this stuff. That all said, my hard rock host is a good dude. He represents, he's called an external host, or I don't know what they call it, but he's for all the Hard Rocks National.
Okay.
And
so you can call that guy and be like, hey, I want to check out Hollywood, I want to check out Tampa.
Correct. And it needs to go through him for that. So he knew I liked Metallica. He told me about Metallica. I said, let's do it. Could you see if they could let me film there? Because I'd like to do a table game film, which is a whole nother conversation. And I want to do a giveaway on my Instagram for somebody and a guest to come to the show with me in the box.
Oh, that's cool.
Now that ask was a little harder because it's a finite you have a finite amount of tickets that could go in that damn box. So he was able to get it done though, so I was happy with that.
Nice.
Yeah. So I took a follower and she brought her boyfriend and we had a great time, man.
That's cool. A smart way to do it, man.
Yeah, man. But I wanted to give you credit for something, Mike, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Somebody in Hollywood, I'll just say his name. I guess it doesn't ring. Los Angeles, Hollywood, not Hollywood, Florida. Jaleel White played Urkel. Yeah. Him and I were in a business deal together a few years ago. He's become one of my really good friends. He got married last year. It's really just a really good dude. If you ever get a chance,
I've met him. He was a very nice guy.
Oh, have you met him?
Yeah.
Okay. So he said to me, as my page was growing, he said, dude, just watch. It's not going to be one thing that you're doing that's going to make you popular. It's going to be the culmination where people start to see you in like different capacities and stuff. And he gave me that advice when I was right around 200,000 followers. Right around that same time, like you had me on this show. Okay. Bert then ended up having his Porosos roll out in Vegas, invites me to his celebrity blackjack tournament, and I'm now all of a sudden I'm on Entertainment Tonight with Jason Kelsey next to me, and all the Tom Segura next to me. It was crazy. So I got a lot of it was the traction of all of these things kind of culminating at once.
Right.
And even if it wasn't like, oh, when I left the Mike Calta Show, I went up 5,000 followers. It wasn't that.
Right.
But it was the credibility of being associated with your show that kind of went with that snowball. So I sincerely want to thank you.
Good. I'm glad. Hey, look, I reached out to you because you were somebody that I found interesting. And I will tell people all the time on the show, you're not going to like every guest that we have on. I'm putting people of interest on. I'm interested in how people are making their careers. I'm interested in what you did by leaving the corporate world and then turning it into something. Also, this guy never knew what a pumpkin was until I met you, and now I know what pumpkins are.
There we go.
Do you realize the other thing is that I've been, since I first met you, I went to the Bahamas a couple of times. I've been on a couple of cruises.
Nice.
I've been down to Hollywood. And every time I have chips in my pocket, my first thing is I got to take pictures and post it to Sarasani. That's the first thing that I got to do. Every time I'm gambling, you're the first thing that I think of.
Brother, I'll get.
No, that's good. We're just wrapping up.
I'll get full blown freaking DMs from people telling me about their wins last night or